Canceled audience, I've never smelled better, and that is because I have received and used my Lumi products. Lumi Starter Pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice, like a mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for canceled listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi Starter Pack with code TANA at LumiDeodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off of your starter pack when you visit LumiDeodorant.com and you use code TANA. Hello and welcome back to the Canceled Podcast. Today, and I never give people an intro, but today we have the uncancelable, iconic, legendary, fast-talking, hilarious queen, mom to Malibu Barbie. And today she works at KFC. Tomorrow we don't know where she's going to work. Miss Trisha Paytas!
I love this podcast. I love that you always have audience with you. It's such a vibe. And I'm so happy to meet you this time because I feel like you were always on Canceled, but the time I did it, you had a boy with you. You had a guy. It was definitely not you.
Oh,
yeah,
Hunter.
it was Hunter. I was on it at that time, but I don't know why we didn't. I think it was going to be too many people if I had been on that episode.
Oh, okay. Is
But
Hunter
now
just
I'm
gone?
like,
We know the repercussions of like this fucking podcast and what it does, you know, and I don't think he wanted all that.
Wait,
and
really?
it's
yeah,
hard for
it's
us
a lot.
we don't have like careers that we
Yeah,
have
like
to
he has
go
a
back
very
to.
like serious career with a lot of professional A-list celebrities, and I
Right.
think he can't air out his life, you know. So
Right, I
it
see.
yeah. And at that time, I think I was figuring out who I wanted to co-host. I didn't know if I wanted Ashley or Mari, but whatever. And then it obviously Brooke is the
Oh
slay.
my God. So how did
of the
you
century.
stick?
I don't know.
She's
People
amazing.
just loved you. Yeah, no,
she's
it's
just the
great.
best conversationalist ever. That was why I originally asked her, and she's so funny and witty, and it just works perfectly.
I love
honestly.
it. And you are the person from her story time. Is that it? Right? I didn't get that.
I am, but
We've since
You've already talked about
reconciled.
it.
We reconciled so heavily,
it
and
was a little like,
dramatized.
yeah,
Dramatic.
but there was truth to it a little.
Oh, wow.
we
So you're
were-
like, fair. So.
We were talking about this yesterday, like you and I, about how like just impulsively, like when you're angry, making a YouTube video and then immediately uploading
Right.
it, and then like 8 days later being like,
Why did I do that?
yeah, or I could have, you know, I calmed down after it's uploaded. It's
Right.
like I could have,
and like ruining someone's life because you have more power and more fandoms at the time.
Yeah.
And so they were probably like, how did
But-
you feel about it? Were you just like, oh my God, did you shut down? Did you escape?
Yeah, it was a lot at the time, but I feel like had that not happened, we wouldn't now have a podcast.
it really
I don't
brought
know.
us like closer together. I'm
get
not gonna
that.
lie.
It was
I
like
get
not
that.
like that we were like trauma bonded, but after that, I feel like we got a lot closer because it was like, oh my God, this crazy thing happened to us.
I honestly,
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie, like starting a friendship off with a fight, like a best friendship off with a fight might be the move. Like you got it out of your system,
but
and
I
you know
think
each
that's
other's
both
boundaries.
of our like issues that we have. Like
What?
we do the same thing with men. It's like as bad as it can be in the beginning, and then you're like, oh my God, I love this person.
Yeah, it's almost like testing them, and then you're like, you made it through that, so now I love you forever. If you can like make it through that with me,
And like I feel like we know each other's boundaries now, and like argumentative styles. Like we both will be like, okay, I'm gonna calm down and not cuss you out right now, and then we'll come back later. Like we really like.
I'm getting better at regulating my emotions, which I'm not usually good at all.
same.
I'm
What do
just-
you do? How do you regulate?
Well, I mean, so far I haven't been very successful. But
you have been.
Yeah, I feel like you don't ever go off. I never see you. I follow you on TikTok,
they would venture to disagree.
but
She's-
privately, not publicly.
yeah, I'm just very
Which is
emotional
good.
in
That's
like
a
my
good-
That's
actual
better.
life.
That's definitely better than doing it publicly.
Yeah.
But
I'm
like
scared.
yesterday, after I got back from Whitney's podcast, we were supposed to go to the Zach Bryan concert, and Whitney and I ended up doing later. So I was running a little late to be here to go to the concert. And Brooke is very timely as a person.
Yes, I'm the
so
same.
obviously being my best friend sucks dick.
Yeah, that would be hard.
Yeah,
if you're
and
like,
and weeks in advance, I was like, "This is my one thing we just can't be late to." And then,
Yeah.
we're-
And then
but I talked myself down before she even got here. I was
Yeah.
like, "Listen, if we fight, it's gonna ruin it." So I'm
Yeah, and
gonna be good.
I walked upstairs yesterday and I was like, that poor girl in the kitchen is
and
trying
if I'd
so
been
hard not
mean
to
to
cuss
her,
me
I
out.
feel like
it
she
was
would have
sweet.
taken longer, and she would have wanted to like.
Yeah, like it
Just
worked out
fighting.
really well. And obviously I wanted to be on time, but I'm a work first.
You're like a
girl.
married
It was so
couple.
good, yeah.
We are. We say that all the time.
that you're gonna be
honestly.
really good at marriage then, because then you'll just like compromise. You'll be like, you know what? Because that's the same. I can get stuff like little things will bother me. I'm like, let me just not bring it up because it'll ruin everything, and vice versa. So you guys are like a married couple.
You guys yesterday,
Figured it
by the
out.
way.
Yes.
I left so heartwarmed because I've been watching you for like 10 years. So your guys' like story is so cute. Like you finding someone who just loves you so much for you. And even like every time I watch like a paparazzi video that you film on TikTok or anything, I always, or like I see your photo shoots with Moses. I know in my head, like he's doing this because he fucking loves her. You know what I mean? Like
it's so funny.
He just,
Yeah.
but seeing it in person, like seeing him just do everything because he loves you so much, like really, I left like, oh my God, I can't wait to find that one day.
Oh yeah, it's amazing. Yeah, it took me like, we met when I was 32, so it took a long time. And I never had a boyfriend or anything before. So I feel like you're already so, like we talked about this, you're so far ahead. You've had guys love you, write songs. I never had guys do shit for me. So it's like the minute I found Moses, I was like, oh my God, it was
Which
like
is so crazy because you're so lovable and hot and iconic.
And no one would agree.
I completely disagree.
Only girls, but I love it. I love only having girls. We were talking about like I'm very anti-straight man, so I love having only girlfriends, girl fans, all of it.
Are you
Us
straight?
too, girls and gays.
I don't consider myself straight. I don't consider myself anything.
Yeah.
I guess maybe pansexual.
Chicken nugget, maybe.
Chicken nugget.
Nugget queen.
I identify, yes, Trish Nugget Queen. You guys look great, by the way.
I say this all the time. Every time this life gets too much, I'm like, I want to be a fucking barista in the middle of fucking Nebraska. So I'm living out my dream right now.
Yes, Nebraska, Midwest is where it's at. Wait, are you
really
all straight?
is.
Back to the straight questions.
I feel like same here. I don't think I'm like completely straight, but I'm also not like.
Yeah, people really
I
like
don't know.
put me, like people always just say like she's bisexual, but I would say I'm pansexual because I would
Yeah.
hook up with
Yeah, I
anyone.
guess
Like
so,
I don't
yeah.
It doesn't matter. If I vibe with you, I vibe with you. You know what I
Right.
mean? I'm mainly date guys, but a special girl or they or them or anything.
Yeah, girls. I never seriously had like a long-term relationship with a girl.
Yeah.
That's why I
But-
can't really say. I feel like that's why I never say that because
Yeah.
I like haven't really like
Date a
got,
girl. You
gotten
should
there.
date a girl.
I would do it. But
It'd be so fun to watch you just like munch some box. Not literally. Not like in the
Have you
room.
done it? Have you guys done it on OnlyFans or anything like that?
No, I've never done anything like.
You don't do actual sex on OnlyFans,
I
right?
don't have sex on
Yeah.
OnlyFans, but it's
That's
not.
good.
It's not off limits for me.
Yeah, you might
like
do
there
it.
is, and once a week I'm just like, God, fuck all this work. I could just sex tape it up, you know. But
Right.
yeah, and whenever I make a good sex tape, I'm like, God, I want the world to see this so bad.
I always say wait till after 30 to be a porn star. I did mine, I think, when I was like 32.
Really?
Like, that's a good age. You know, I was like, maybe I always want to do it. You know, you always like, I feel like a lot of people think it's glamorous, right? So I was like, oh, let me just be glamorous for 6 months. It is glamorous, I think. I'm never like a hardcore porn star. I mean, the ones that are really good, like Riley Reid and stuff, are like amazing. But
Oh, did you do like a video with Riley Reid?
yeah, we did a few. I
I
did one with
need
Lana
to
and
watch
Riley,
them.
and then I did one me and Riley.
I remember you and Lena doing it, like doing that. Like I remember seeing it online. And
Yeah,
stuff
that
like
was my first with her, and I was like so nervous. I don't know. It was like the beginning of quarantine, and I was just like, yeah, let's do it. I don't know.
I feel like I'm like new hobbies in the beginning of quarantine.
Like, on
Right.
porn.
I never thought I could make money during quarantine. Everyone's like, oh my God, no one's gonna have work. So I was like, oh my God, OnlyFans. And it like skyrocketed.
I think I also started my OnlyFans during quarantine.
Did you?
Yeah, I was just like, okay, let's go get
Just go
some
do
masks,
it.
a bunch of toilet paper, and I'm gonna take my butthole out. You know,
Wait,
like
what?
it was,
I did a
just
toilet paper
stocked
one.
up on everything. No, that's not what I meant. What do you mean you did it?
Toilet
What?
paper in the butthole or something.
Oh, is that like a thing?
I didn't know I had it on me, and everyone was like, "Oh my God!" I just wiped really good, and I just had some dry ass toilet paper, and people zoomed in.
I think wiping really good is a good thing.
I think so too. Everyone's like, "Ew, you got toilet paper crumbs on you." I'm like, "It's better
Yeah,
than having
like how'd
poop."
that get there? That's a good thing.
Exactly. Are you an OnlyFans girly? Never.
I tried it. I did it for like a couple months.
Oh.
But I was very like, I mean, I didn't show anything on it, and like, I don't know. I just
felt weird to have one?
It was like weird to me. Just like I don't know why. I didn't feel like.
You're not that type of person. I don't know how to explain.
Well, I
it.
also wasn't making enough from it for it to be worth it to me. Like,
Right.
maybe if I did it now, it would be different. But I didn't have a following at the time, so it was like a lot of people do that. Like, try it and think you're gonna make all this money, and you really don't.
It's crazy because like there's people who have like no followings. They say they make like 50,000 a month, and I'm just like, how are you doing it with like no following, no whatever? Because I really think if you had a following, but I don't know.
I don't know. I also have an all like female following, so I don't feel like even now I would be very successful.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's yours? Yours is like the girls and the gays.
Mine's
right?
are girls and the gays, so I don't know where these OnlyFans men show up. I don't know where they're at. They're secret. They're hiding. But honestly, it's like fine. I like
What's-
that they're low key.
What's the craziest thing you've ever done for OF? Like to you look back and you're like, that was fucking crazy. Did Moses just giggle?
No. Can you imagine if he giggled? I never did anything too crazy. I think just like doing a sex tape is crazy to me. I'm just like, oh my God, that's kind of crazy that I put that out there because it's just not me.
Yeah.
Even though like I want it to be me in my head, I think I had that like stereotype put on me for so long, which is why I feel like you could relate to that because like people just think you do that stuff. So I was like, well, I might as well just do it if people think I do it.
That was like the whole reason for me starting OnlyFans. I was like, if everyone's gonna fucking sexualize me and assume I'm a thought, which I sometimes am,
Right.
But I might as well just profit off of it. you know?
Yeah, no, and I love having sex. I love all of this. I was like, so to me, I was just like, yeah, but it was a wild time. Yeah, I don't know. I still
Yeah.
sell my sex tapes. My old ones.
Do you feel like people misconstrue you as a sexual person, or are you a very sexual person?
I am a very sexual person. I am. So Yeah.
What's the craziest thing y'all have done?
Oh my God.
Sorry,
You
Moses.
can't put him on the spot like that.
I mean, we're not too crazy. I mean, we just have like a lot of sex. We're not like crazy. I don't know.
Wait,
I can't
but I
wait
love
to be
that.
married.
Do you feel like
Just
right?
I've been starfishing lately. I've been literally just like, because I'm
That's
so tired.
that's my move.
Do you? And you're so young. I like when young girls say this because I thought when I was young I had to do the most, like ride and hang upside down and do all this
Well,
stuff.
I will if it's like someone I really care about, but it's like, well, I mean, I only sleep with people I care about, but most of the time I just.
We were talking about this. You guys were saying you dated the same guy, and I was like, "Did you guys hook up with him?" You're like, "Make out, make out." And I was like, "Oh, no one slept with him after a date." I slept with every single guy after a first date.
I did when I was like, I used to be like really insecure and I felt like I had to.
That's me.
And now,
Yeah.
now I feel like.
It's like, oh, you paid for dinner, okay?
But I
should
will.
probably
I
sex.
still will. If I like really like the guy, I'll do
I
it.
just love to fuck, so a lot of times I will, but I try not to after like a first date. And she was talking about Trevor Wallace, and I don't know. For me with Trevor, we're friends. you
Yeah,
know?
I couldn't imagine having sex with him because he's so goofy, and he just seems
Yeah.
like a goofy guy. He'd be like, "Ooh, let me put it in," you know.
I
That's
could
the
see
vibe.
him cracking a joke like mid pipe.
Oh,
but if it was a funny joke, maybe.
No, I was just at a restaurant. But I have a thing where like I can be convinced I like somebody if I've slept with them. So it's like I kind of want to spend the
Yes.
time to find out if I do like them or not.
Before.
Because
that
once I
makes
sleep with you,
sense.
I think I like you no matter what.
No, if they lay it down, same.
Yeah.
I'll
You're
have
like in
myself-
love.
Yeah, I'll have myself so convinced, and then I'll be like, wait, what the fuck was I
I will
just
too.
doing?
But even if
Yeah.
they don't lay it down, they don't have to do anything good. And I'll be like, I love you.
Yeah, that's how I feel with sex too. I'm always like, people are like, oh, dude, it's like great. I'm like, I feel like all sex is good. I never think like any sex is like bad. You know?
Yeah, I've never had like a real bad experience where I'm like, oh God. Actually, that's not true. I did. And
Wait.
never mind.
Who?
Wait,
Who
I
is
wanna
it?
know.
Bleep that.
Oh, bleep
You
that.
remember? Oh my God, it was.
Wait, why was it
horrible.
bad?
Can you talk about the
I
remote?
thought
Yeah,
he was
why?
I thought he was kidding. Oh my God.
Wait,
I
what?
think I've actually told this story like an episode a really long time ago.
Wait,
he
but
was
why
already,
did you
like-
think he was kidding?
I thought it like because it was so bad that I was like, he's trolling me. Like,
Wait, why? What makes it bad? That's what I want to know.
Like there was no like movement. He just like basically he was like just laying there. I felt like what do the Mormons do? They do like the
Soaking.
soaking.
The holes?
He was like soaking, like
Wait,
literally
what's soaking?
where you just
What?
put it in and you don't. There's no like.
never heard of
there's
this.
no like thrusting, so it's like not considered sex. So a lot of people who
But it's in.
but are religious and stuff, since it's like there's no like actual like.
And with so
Movement.
essentially Mormons say they're still a virgin if they soak, like they say still, but they can take it really far too.
Someone
And,
can be like shaking the bed and like assisting, but like as long as you're not the one. No,
I would-
it's real. People do
What?
it.
I would shake the
I
bed
love
for you.
it.
I would shake the bed for you, bro.
But that's basically what happened. And then one morning I woke up and he rolled over and he had a remote like ingrained into his back, like imprinted into his back. And
Oh
it was the
my
worst
And
thing
you got
I've ever
that
gotten
so
from
hard?
a man. I'm not kidding.
You took a photo of it too, huh?
I did. I had to.
Oh my! Wait, so this was the next morning.
Yeah.
Oh, so you
How
stayed.
did that even happen?
You didn't leave.
Yeah.
I would
I
have
can
left.
never leave.
I'm reformed.
Wait, what?
No, like I don't know what it is. Like, and you'd think, well, like the way I am as a person, I
Right.
would leave.
Yeah.
you know what I mean. But I'll always just like stay and leave the next morning. Like I don't know what it is. I think it's in my. This is gonna sound so manipulative, but there's no way to not say it. Like in their brain, they're like, oh, she's like a good girl. Like she always stays the night. Like she like, you know what I mean? Like she's
Oh.
not-
I get scared
she's
that
not
someone
just,
wakes
like-
up the next morning and is like, get this bitch out of here.
Oh, that's happened to me so many times. In fact, like after they'll be like, "Oh, I'm like I have to get up for work early. Can you like leave?" I have that happen all the time.
Oh
Guess
my
that's
gosh.
me.
I've had that happen. I've definitely had that happen.
Where people kick you out. Okay,
Yeah,
good.
or
'cause
like,
I was
a guy, like a piece of shit guy is just like,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, oh, I've got to work. Like
Yeah.
back in the day, that I've definitely fucking.
no,
had
that's
that happen.
mortifying to me too. I feel
Yeah.
so embarrassed. I'm
That's
like, okay.
I'm really in my like vetting phase now. Like I just if I think that a guy is the type of guy to do that, it's like I can't.
Yeah, and it's also hard when you like live here, like in this house, right? Guys come over and then they just like assume something, and you like don't know their place. I don't know. It's like
Yeah.
really hard, I think, now, especially when you're on the internet, like guys coming over and hooking up with you. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a weird.
I don't know.
thing. I couldn't do it. I don't know how people.
I'm
date
also
now.
like a now. Like,
Really? That's
this,
good.
This has really happened to me. Like I've been doing this thing, Trisha, and I can't fucking stop doing this thing. Where like if I have sex with a guy and it's bad, and by I've been doing this thing, I don't mean I'm just around fucking. This is like in the last year. If I fuck a guy and it's really bad and he like doesn't make me come or whatever, I will like call him out on it right then and there.
What?
Like I will turn over and be like,
No.
like I'll hit like a, And they'll be like, what's wrong? And I'm like, that was it. Like, that sucked. And I'll be like, such a fucking bitch about it. Like,
I could never. I feel like, could you imagine someone said that to you? Be like, you're so fucking ugly.
I would think about it.
No, but not like the looks. Like if you just like,
you're
if
just pissed, it was
like
not,
if he just like doesn't care about my needs, like doesn't like, because like I know I'm doing the damn thing. So if you don't reciprocate that energy and you're okay with that, you know what I mean? Like I get it. A guy comes to us and then he's like, okay, like let me like take care of you. Like fine, I'm not gonna be a bitch. I'm saying like if he just like fucks and comes and like, I'm gonna be such an asshole. And that's where I think that if a guy was like, okay, I have work in the morning, I feel like that now that I'm such a bitch, I'd be like, fuck you and your fucking job. Like it's just it's like.
I like that. I can appreciate that, honestly, because I think about like half the men probably don't care about that stuff and they should be called out for it.
Think about if you sucked a guy's dick like super bad teeth 3/4 of the way. He was like getting closer and then you were just like, I'm done. He'd be like, wait, babe, like, come on. Like, so it's like, I'm going to match that energy.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't know.
Yeah, no, I get that too. I mean, sex is hard. The hookup culture is like so crazy these days. I don't know if I could do it. I don't know if I could like just go out and.
I know. I'm trying to get out of. Well, I mean, I've been pretty successful.
What?
In getting out of hookup not culture? Really participating.
I'm going on a Hinge date tonight.
Tonight? Mm-hmm. Oh my!
Is it the lookout guy?
Yeah. So this
We're
guy.
trying to decide if he's a murderer.
Oh, don't go then.
No,
if you have to like
not a murderer.
think about it.
Well, did I tell you this yesterday? I don't think I did. I went on this Hinge date with this guy who ended up like really giving stalker vibes. I wouldn't say stalking me because that's too far, but like showed up somewhere I was without like asking me and like was just super weird and did all this weird shit. So now I'm like all apprehensive about Hinge dates.
And this was just a regular guy, or was this like a well-known guy?
Regular guy.
So you are dating regular guys and hooking up with them? Because I always feel like you're always with like a musician or like, you know, it's
I like have this fucked up pattern where I'll go like 2 musicians and I'm like, okay, I can't do this anymore. I'll go normal guy, and then I'll go back and like just everyone, I guess.
Yeah.
I just want to find love.
It's hard. Do you want to find love? Because you guys are young, or you guys are just like having a good time?
I do. I'm going to be 27 in like a month.
That's so young. That's
I know,
so
but
young.
I want eventually to be married. Like,
you do.
What if I meet someone right now and then in like 3 years I marry them and then I'm 30?
Right. I guess that's like the age people do it. It's just like now it seems like everyone's so much older, right? Like 35 having babies.
Well, in LA is good because like everything happens a little later. But like all my friends I went to college with in high school and stuff, they all married with like multiple kids.
No way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's the age. Where are you from?
Arizona.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And it's just like they have nothing else to do. They're like,
I guess I've never thought about that, like that pressure. Like all my friends I grew up with are like bottle girls now. Like they don't like.
They're just still in Vegas.
Yeah, like
I have a good share of those too.
Do you want to smell better naked? Let's face it, our underarms aren't the only place we have odor. That's why I'm excited to tell you about Lumi whole body deodorant for pits, privates, and beyond. Lumi was created by an OBGYN who discovered that the vagina is not to blame for day-to-day odor below the belt. So she developed Lumi, a uniquely formulated pH-balanced deodorant. It's aluminum-free, skin-safe, and clinically proven to control odor for up to 72 hours. New customers get $5 off Lumi's starter pack with code Tana at lumideodorant.com. I personally love Lumi because I am smelling better than ever, even if I'm rushing out the door and can't hop in the shower. I've tried Lumi on my pits, on my kneecaps, on my feet, and inside my. After reading all the rave reviews, I knew Lumi was going to work, but I am so excited now that I've tried them that I'm able to say it works for me. Lumi's whole body deodorant, the first of its kind. Lumi is seriously safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, underboobs, thigh folds, belly buttons, butt cracks, vulvas, and feet. Lumi was created by an OBGYN who saw firsthand how normal BO was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. It's clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. Unlike some deodorants that try to mask odor with a fragrance, Lumi is formulated and powered by mandelic acid to stop odor before it starts. More like a pre-odorant. Aluminum-free, baking soda-free, and paraben-free. pH balance for safe use below the belt. Choose from a variety of fresh, bright scents like clean tangerine, lavender sage, or toasted coconut, my personal favorite. Lumi's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, and 2 free products of your choice, like a mini body wash or deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for canceled listeners, new customers get $5 off a Lumi starter pack with code Tana at lumideodorant.com. That equates to over 40% off of your starter pack when you visit lumideodorant.com and you use code Tana. I so badly want to like deep dive on just your life. I have so many questions right now. I don't know where to begin at all. So I originally I'm so underprepared and a piece of shit.
No, I love this. I love
wanted-
hearing about your guys' dating lives. It's so interesting
you're so
to me.
sweet.
No, seriously. I think your podcast is so big because of you guys. Like, you really don't need guests. In fact, when you have guests, I watch them, but I prefer the ones with just you guys.
People
like, I
don't-
really
yes,
do.
that's so nice.
Unless it's like a you, I feel like we're gonna try and stop doing as many guest episodes.
Yeah.
People don't like them as much.
Do you find it does better in views or not really?
It depends on
I don't
the
know, I don't
guest,
follow.
but I don't even view. I prefer a great episode over the views. Honestly,
Yeah.
like I'd rather be like that was such a good episode. But as long as I feel like it's a friend we can have a conversation with, like this,
Yeah,
it's a vibe.
that's what I'm
Like,
saying. I think it's better that way to just hear about your lives because I feel
Yeah.
like we've done so many interviews and like everyone knows everything. Like when I was researching you, I'm like, everyone asks you the same questions. I mean, you are
Yeah.
in a lot of drama right now, so you're a good
Yeah.
guest to have. But you're always in drama right now, and not bad drama. It's so like
Everyone thinks this hair is a PR stunt.
What?
To like all these TikToks. Like someone was like this TikTok blew up where they were like showing my new hair and they were like,
Yeah.
Tana's PR team is in overdrive right now because she's in all these scandals.
Bold of you to assume
Like-
she has a PR team.
Yeah, first of all, the PR team is me and the 6 voices in
you
my
don't have
head.
PR. I am surprised because you do have like a team. So I'm surprised you don't have like a PR.
I've hired
Do you have
PR.
No, God, there. First of all, you have to pay PR.
You have
like,
to
out
pay
of
PR
pocket.
A lot.
Every time I've hired PR, I feel like their advice is always going to be like, be quiet, don't talk about it. And that's it
Yes.
doesn't align with my brand.
Yeah.
And then any advice they would give me on like a PR stunt, like I feel like I'm like, yeah, duh, I already knew that.
Right.
So it was very, and anytime I want to get into an event or whatever, I'll hit up someone who's in PR, just a connection, and they'll do it like, you know what I mean? So it's just, I
Right.
was paying people for like essentially nothing.
Yeah.
So it's never really like worked
Worth
for
it.
me to have a
Yeah,
PR
I
team.
feel like people who just can't get publicity on their own, they hire.
Yeah, I
it.
think it's
But
people
I
who
was like-
actually need the press.
Yeah, like
or
giving
a
people-
celebrity who does need a PR team to be like, we'll
Like
run your
damage
socials,
control and stuff.
Yeah, like, but it just doesn't work for me. But it was so funny because I was like bold of everyone to assume that.
Yeah, but PR.
I put this wig
I love
on
that. That's your
to
PR
get out of
stunt.
my- yeah.
What would be your PR stunt? What would you guys do for this podcast? What's like a crazy PR stunt? Have you ever talked about it? Like, what can we do to make this
Oh
like
my God.
viral?
I just thought of a PR stunt, and
I don't know,
what was
we
the PR
should.
stunt that I wanted to do, and I can't remember.
I don't know.
You should go actually work at these places. You have the aprons on. Just go.
It was
start.
like-
I would
McDonald's.
happily
Have
do
you
that
ever had a
for-
restaurant
with
let
no
you?
cameras.
Have you ever had a restaurant let you work behind the counter?
Raising Cane's, yeah.
Oh, how nice.
I didn't get paid. I'm sure they paid that Ariana from Pump Rolls. I didn't get paid, which is fine. Actually, I did get paid in gift cards. I have thousands of Raising Cane's gift cards in my car.
I think I would rather that than
Do you
the
know
money.
they
they
give-
give you.
yes.
You're like, oh, I have to get.
It was
I have
super
free money.
cute.
They
I
give
loved it.
James Charles an unlimited card that for the rest of his life he can swipe on any Canes he wants. And if he wants it, he has a contact he can text at Canes that will put it in an Uber and take it like to his house.
What?
Anytime.
Who
he
would, what would
wants.
your card be if you could have any card to any place and have an unlimited an unlimited
fast
amount?
food like vibes as well?
Yeah, well, yeah.
Honestly, probably Canes are in and out, like somewhere that doesn't deliver.
That's
Oh,
true.
yeah.
Like, the
That's a good
fuck?
point. Yeah, but there's no Canes around here. You'd have to have it'd probably be
No,
cold
there
by the
is.
time
There's
you
in Burbank now. It's just like,
Oh, it just opened.
yeah, it's like 10
Yeah,
minutes
oh,
away.
yeah.
I drove there with a flat tire recently. I was like, I'm getting it now.
Wait, how did you drive on a flat tire?
Well, I didn't honestly.
Oh, you just
I
didn't know.
I didn't know for so long, and one of my neighbors was like, "Girl,
The flat tire, was it worth it?
it's so worth it."
You don't do like mukbangs or eating on your TikTok. Like,
I should. I would love
you
to.
really should.
I love watching people eat, and especially people who eat like fast food. And I feel like no one eats online, but I love when people
I
eat.
eat
in
nothing
Damn.
but
We
fast
should-
food. I
What?
Postmate 3 meals a day.
All
Literally
fast food?
All fast food.
Oh my god!
And she
looks
schedules it.
amazing.
It's the funniest fucking thing
Like
in the world.
last
She'll,
night,
like,
last night before I went to bed, I scheduled a club sub to be there, like literally when I woke
Wait,
up
what's
in
a
the
club
morning.
sub from where?
Jersey Mike's club sub. It's our favorite. She put me on.
I'm not a sandwich girly. I don't
Are
think
you
I don't think
not?
I've ever eaten a sandwich. Someone can like find me eating a sandwich. I don't think I ever did. I don't think I've
Like,
ever eaten a sandwich in my life.
chips on a fucking with the white bread.
Really?
And
I don't
mayonnaise
really
and
like
the
it. Like I don't
mustard.
like subs usually. Because, like I don't know, but this she put me on.
This
It
shit-
was
What's in
so
it?
Good.
It's like turkey, bacon, lettuce.
So
but you
much
like
mayonnaise,
food really
so
plain.
much, like-
I do.
Right?
I don't like things
Oh, yeah,
mixed
you don't like
together.
sauces either.
I don't like sauces. I'll eat a plain burger, just like meat and bun.
Oh my!
like,
If you literally like put a IV in me right now, I think ranch would come out. Like
really
I love-
and everything.
Oh my god!
Oh
Yes,
my
ranch
gosh, I should
on
have brought you my bling ranch. I could've- You could have taken it
I'm
yesterday.
not kidding. Well, the problem is I'm walking through Trisha's house yesterday, and anything I'm like, oh my god, this is so cool. She's like, take it, take it, take it.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, I had to stop complimenting shit after 20 minutes. She gave me an Adam Sandler purse yesterday because
Oh,
I
it's
complimented. And she
everything.
wouldn't take no for an answer. It's the best gift I've ever
I love
received.
giving things out to everyone. Like I literally, also just at my house is like a hoarding place. I have so much stuff, so I'm always like, just take it because I'm always getting new shit.
You're so fucking. It's so sweet. You're so cute.
I didn't even tell you. I have like the exact same purse that I gave you upstairs. Like I have two of them, so I was like, "Here, just take it." I should have told you to make you feel better.
That
but-
actually
two
does
Adam
make
Sandler
me
purses,
feel a lot
everything.
better.
Yeah, literally, I just like put it down there today. I was like, "Oh, now it's on display." But honestly, I would have given you one if I even didn't have it.
That's
but I
so
have pieces of
fucking-
everything.
Have you ever met him?
No, we were talking about this yesterday. I like would die to meet him.
so
He's
would
like the
I.
most impossible. I feel like
To
any
me.
person.
We went and
gets, I
saw
think.
him in Vegas live.
Like
Yeah.
what was it like? Stand up?
It was like
Stand up
stand up,
and
but
singing.
also he was singing.
It
was it at an arena? Was he doing it at an arena?
Yes.
Yeah, I saw his tour. It was recent, right?
I was sobbing.
And he like brought his daughters up to sing. It was really good.
Oh,
I was like too drunk though. I wish I got a
Yeah,
little
we
less
blacked
drunk.
out like the minute he got on stage.
Like I wish I really remembered.
Really?
It.
Oh, getting drunk is like so scary to me now. I like can't do it because like when I black out too. But it's so high.
What do you like drunk? Like,
I'm fun. I am
Yeah.
super fun. I think that's why I always drink because I'm fun. But I get so sick. I've never been too much of a drinker, but I get really sick. But I am fun. I'm just loosen up so much. Like whenever I've been nervous, I always just like drink a ton, and I'm like fine. But I really haven't drinking in so long. But not because like I had a problem. I just like never. I don't know. I get sick from it. I don't like the taste of it.
I get really sick from it too, but I just do it every time and like forget.
I love it so much that I have to take breaks. I'm currently on a 75-day break.
That's amazing. Oh my
good.
god, do you feel different?
Well, I'm on day 6 of 75.
But that's
Like
the
I'm
hardest
taking-
part.
But yes, I feel amazing. Honestly,
That's good.
it's just my energy levels are so different. Like I
Yeah.
actually like when I'm drinking a lot, I have no fucking energy, and I do feel great.
You are doing the most. Like yesterday, you went here, my podcast, the podcast after a concert.
Yeah, yesterday was a lot, but the best fucking day ever. I left your house, Trisha. Like I rarely have these, but like I'll go so out of body and just be like, I can't believe this is my life. And I was leaving your house really thinking that because I grew up watching you. So
Yeah, I felt the same. I felt like I was in like a sorority. There were so many like young people at my house. Like, oh my god, this is like so much fun. And I was shaking afterwards. My body was like shaking in bed. I'm like, wow, I'm like physically like exhausted from just being around people because I'm never around anyone. It was so much fun, but I'm like,
God.
yeah, it was great. It was amazing.
I love that you like welcomed everyone. In
that was like my big party. I felt like I went clubbing with you guys all night, and you guys were there from like 4 to 7.
I love you so much.
I always loved you.
I originally wanted to play this game with you, and then I
Okay.
didn't prepare for it because I'm an amazing
perfect.
fucking podcast host.
I love it. You have no
where-
producer. Or you're a producer. Are you?
Yeah, but he just lost a little weight, he said. But
Yeah.
it's hard to see him over there.
Because wait, did you lose weight? Yeah. Oh, congratulations! How did you do it? God, you're the second person I've heard this from today. That like I didn't even think about it. I just lost weight. I'm like,
Like imagine a world
I
like
know
that.
what.
Yeah.
That's amazing. Ugh.
I can't deal.
I know.
But I was gonna show you your past thumbnails and titles and
my
ask
God,
you to
I'm
explain them. That was the game I wanted to play. Sorry guys, we won't get that because
Wait,
I
what?
didn't do it. But
Well, why would you even tell us about it?
It's,
I know,
it's
that
my
sounds so
segue.
fun.
It's my segue. Here's what I have a question for you.
Yes.
And I feel like I know the answer, but this is, and you don't have to answer this because it's a big part of your brand.
Oh my
but
gosh.
people will always say like, is this a bit? Like, was she in on this or did she mean this? And like back in the day when it was like, I identify as a chicken nugget.
Right. That was
What-
like a drug one. There's trolling, there's real, and there's like drug induced. And that was definitely drug induced. I always say this. I'm like, that one was obvious to me because like my pupils are huge. Like,
Yeah.
there's an obvious drug. I'm like, I literally look like drugged out. So I think there's certain ones where you can like tell if I'm wearing sunglasses. Like, I think you can tell.
Yeah. What drugs? Can I ask?
Oh, at that time, oh my God, I don't even remember. What year was that? 2017? It
Maybe
might have
2018.
just been, I think I just did a lot of coke at night, and I think I just would like wake up the next
Yeah.
morning just like fucked, like hungover, but like
Yeah.
not, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure because that was the nights I would go out to like WeHo.
I could so see you being like a WeHo girl.
Yeah,
Like,
I was
did you-
obsessed with WeHo.
'Cause you
I
love the
love
girls
it.
and the gays.
Oh, love it. And like at the time in like 2016, that was like my gay era. Like I feel like I was like in my gay prime, and I loved it so much, and it was so fun. I
Yeah.
missed it. I do miss WeHo. I went for the first time like maybe a couple months ago, and it's actually like so much fun. Like there's a new club. I don't know if it's new. Maybe it's new to me. Heart, and it was like such a vibe. And I was like,
It will
I
take
love
it out of you
We-
though. Going
yeah.
to WeHo.
Are you
it's
guys
like,
WeHo girlies?
I'll go every once in a while, but I'll be taken out for like 3 days after that.
Yeah. It's fun because there's like dancing, like Mickey's and stuff. Like that's why I always liked it. But
I've been roofied in WeHo twice.
I
Okay,
feel
me
like
too.
that's where
Yeah.
you're gonna get roofied. I don't know
Yeah.
why.
You've been roofied in WeHo?
Oh, for sure. That was
Yeah.
like a monthly occurrence, weekly occurrence at
Yeah,
one point.
maybe
Yeah.
That's why you get
And-
sick from alcohol, because they say that after you've been roofied, then all of a sudden you get like way sicker from alcohol.
Whoa.
That's interesting. I never heard that.
Because in college,
it
everyone
blows
gets
my
roofied.
mind though that WeHo is so roofie oriented. For everyone who doesn't know, WeHo is like West Hollywood, and there's just this strip of crazy, wild, sexual, fun gay bars like everywhere, and it's super fun. But it's weird to me because I would think that I would get roofied more in a straight setting and like a
'cause-
straight man.
Right.
It's like straight men who we should be afraid of, I feel like.
Right.
Yeah, so why am I getting roofied with all the girls and the gays?
Maybe, I don't know.
For fun.
I don't know. Yeah.
I think that's what people do.
a
just
lot
kind
of people,
yeah.
a lot of people do it just for fun.
1,000%.
Like in the
Yeah.
Hangover.
The
Yeah.
roofie drug is GHB, and a lot of people do it for fun. But
Yeah.
I can't
I don't know
do
if
that.
that's my journey.
Yeah, I
scare
don't know if
myself.
it's a fun thing to do, but
Yeah, a lot of DJs do it for fun.
To other people.
No, to themselves.
Oh, right. Like
Yeah, like
that
do
makes
GHD.
sense because like you're just like kind of like out of it or something. I don't know.
But-
I don't even know how I got home half the time. I used to live really close to WeHo, so I was kind of like stumbling home or just got home somehow.
Yeah.
Or just wake up at other people's houses, which I don't miss. But at that time, I really like hated myself, so I was like very self-destructive. So I was like, oh, if I like die, I don't really like care, you know. I wasn't like
that.
suicidal, but I was just like, it doesn't matter.
I've been
Yeah, like-
in so many eras like that.
Oh
you know what
yeah,
I mean?
especially
Yeah.
like drug
yeah.
eras where you're just like, oh, you know what? If I go out this way, it's how I go out. You know.
Yeah, drugs do that too for sure.
Yeah,
I've definitely
you're just
been there
like
a lot.
because I was always scared I would die of drugs. You know, I was always like, oh, I'm
Same.
gonna die. You know, and it's,
I was like
crazy.
convinced of that in like 2020. That like
Oh.
I was gonna die. Of,
That was
an
like my era
overdose.
of drugs too.
For sure.
2019,
Like,
2020.
Yeah, I came really, really, really close one time, and I remember it was actually during quarantine. Like it was COVID, and I did pills from someone. It was just this whole thing, and I thought I was overdosing for sure. And they took me to the hospital, and it was tents outside. I remember like 2 flashes of it, and I was literally like, I don't want to be in a tent outside, so take me home. And if this is how I die, this is how I die.
my
Like I didn't want to like
God.
do it all, and it's like, first of all, you fucking dumbass,
Right.
like go to the tent and get help. But I was like too scared.
People would never even take me to the hospital because they thought they would get like in trouble or something, that they gave me the drugs or that
That's
like
how so many people
Yeah.
die. Because
Right.
people are just scared to get in trouble.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
You're lucky you got taken to the hospital. No one's ever.
Yeah.
They just like leave me there.
I think
was
now
like
you can order like
Hunter
Narcan and
and-
stuff online.
Yeah.
So now
I
Wait,
keep
you can what
Narcan in the
online?
house.
or Narcan.
What's Narcan?
It's what
like
they
what
spray
you
in your
give
nose if you're
somebody-
overdosing.
Yeah, and it
Oh my
stops you
God,
from
I never
overdosing.
had that.
I
Oh my
keep it in my
God,
cabinet. I have
what?
too
You
many
can
like
just-
little parties
it's
here and
free
shit.
if you go to any pharmacy. You can literally just ask for it and they'll give it to
Oh,
you.
that's
because
nice.
because it
Yeah,
saves so
I
many
just
people.
like I keep it here because like parties and shit. You know, now I'm not in my I could benefit from Narcan phase, but
That's good to
especially
have. I
when-
mean, I didn't even know that was a thing. Is that new or has it just always been around? I didn't know.
I think it's been around for a while.
I think it's
but
been
like a lot of
around. Like
people don't know about
hospitals
it.
have always administered it, but I think that in the fentanyl epidemic, it
situation.
became more like socially normalized.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't. I
Yeah.
could never do drugs. I'd be so scared. I was scared of it in the 2020 era. I was like, oh God, the fentanyl is like.
and that's I'm like, there's a big part of me that thinks that night I definitely had something that had a little, but not enough, or I don't
my
know,
God.
which is just really fucking scary. And
I never think of you as like a drug user. I always think of you as like party girl drinking.
That's
you never.
sweet.
Yeah. Did you
no.
talk about it? I feel like you never talked about it.
I've talked about it a little right after I stopped shooting my reality show, and a lot of things just piled up in my life that was like way too much for me to handle. It was like stuff with my parents and stuff with the people closest to me, and I felt like I'd like lost like my first love and like just cameras and everything. I was taking a lot of pills to just like escape that reality. And I feel like people don't talk about enough that just everyone in LA does cocaine.
Oh, yeah.
So much.
Yeah.
Every single person absolutely ever in Los Angeles
Everyone.
does. Everyone.
That when you tell people you did cocaine, they're like, "Oh, that's it. That's all you were doing." And I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck? Like that's
Like
heavy."
Every celebrity
so
ever,
strange.
every
like no one even bats an eye. Either.
no one
Like,
bats an eye. They think like, "Oh, that's
cocaine is like as normalized as taking a shot here. Like
It's
if
crazy.
someone
Yeah,
were
like-
to like do a bump at a dinner table,
Someone
it's
told me like
completely
weed
normal.
and cocaine are the same. They're like, "Oh, it's the same." I was like, "Oh my God, like
Yeah,
what?"
it's crazy.
Yeah, I grew
Yeah.
up like I had drug addict parents, and I was always
Oh
like,
my
God,
gosh.
I could never like be involved in all of that. And now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I hardly have any friends who don't do drugs. Like,
Really?
that's just like
And you don't? Have you ever?
I have.
You have?
I've dabbled a bit. Not
But-
like just like I mean, obviously I went to college and stuff. I had
Right.
a little bit of a Xanax phase recently.
Yeah.
Yeah, Xanax is very trendy. It
But
was
that was
very
it. But
trendy in LA.
it wasn't like a drug thing. It was like I was trying not to kill myself thing.
Right. Did you like? How did you fix that? Did you go to like a therapist or?
I don't know if I really
You're still-
fixed
She
it.
just sat on this couch and aired it all out until she felt better. This is our damn therapy.
Yeah,
Which
no.
is so crazy because like online you look very just like college sorority preppy wholesome
Put
happy
together.
family.
No, I had a phase there for a second where I was like really out of it. I feel like we didn't have
Yeah.
the podcast though at that time, so it wasn't as like
Yeah, I mean now I'm like prescribed Xanax and shit. Like you know, you can do
I
things like
needed
that
it.
in
I want to be so
moderation.
clear. I
Yeah.
needed it. Like
Yeah.
it was
Yeah.
not.
Sincerely, I do get that
But
100%.
I'm out of that now. Every once in a while, I'll take a
I was
little.
saying that what she was just saying, how you look so not
Drug.
maybe what you all are in certain ways.
Like a
I-
drug addict parents would never think.
Yeah,
You know,
like
that's
Oh,
crazy.
yeah.
I
I'm
was
like,
saying that like
still.
that was one of the reasons that like I'm dabbling in the brown hair and the clean girl aesthetic. I was like, damn, like I took a page from Brooke's book. I was like,
Yeah.
let me put on my gold earrings and like slick my hair down and shit. Because then it's like,
I
Yeah.
think some of it's the contrast because you kind of have the like party image and stuff.
Yeah.
Like I feel like just me being next to you makes it seem like I'm very like
But TikTok too,
Yeah.
you have a very just like clean girl aesthetic. The way you talk is very clear.
Well, thank you.
Yeah, it's very. You'll marry the Elliot Grange, you know.
God,
the three
I
of
hope
us.
so.
I think you
fucking
could too. I
won't.
do think you could too.
I think
but
I have to hit a full rebrand.
I think you've been so out there with just like your wild stories.
Yeah. This podcast I know is holding me back from that journey.
I don't know. I think this
Like,
podcast is helping
no,
you with the
we've-
rebrand.
Well, we've had like situations recently, or I have anyway, where guys will like not want to talk to us because we have the.
Oh,
like,
because
this.
you're
Yeah.
gonna put it.
Dude, and like
Yeah.
I told this wild sex story with me and this like French guy recently.
Oh.
And I just did the craziest shit sexually I've probably ever done. And yesterday when I went on to Whitney's podcast, she starts asking me all about it. And I was like, in my head, I had an out of body experience. I was like looking at myself and I was like, you were talking about a double ended dildo right now, like in your
On a
holes.
podcast.
And this is why you're not going to marry who you want to marry. I was like,
Yeah.
Digital footprint will get
Yeah.
you.
No, that is hard. I think that's another reason why like dating is so tough because I used to talk about everyone. So like nobody. That's why I couldn't get
Yeah.
on Raya. They were literally like denied me because they're like, you're gonna like talk about this shit and stuff. Because I asked someone, I was referred by so many people and I couldn't get in. And then literally I found a contact at Raya and they're just like, no, because you make videos about all these like famous people that you
Whoa.
fuck and stuff.
That probably makes sense because I got banned from Riot because I was using it when I was underage.
Right.
And then like I tried to, and everyone's like, you can get back on. Like, what do you mean? But that's probably why they won't let me back on.
Yeah,
I've
and
never
I-
like directly heard that.
yeah, there's like real reasoning of why guys would be scared, I guess, you know, because you guys would talk about them
Yeah,
always.
that's fair.
But it's like
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
Taylor Swift says if guys don't want me to write bad songs about them, then they shouldn't do
I
bad
agree.
things.
I totally. I'm with you girls on this. I mean,
Yeah.
I would expose all day long. You know.
I also always fucking tell people like, if you're a good person and you tell me like, I don't want you to talk about me, like I won't.
Yeah.
I've protected people's reputations who have done
I
like
kinda
the
just lied
world's
there.
worst things. So I'm like,
Really? Why? Why do you protect them?
I don't know. I had like, I
Brooke
I
is
thought
really
I was like
good
doing
with,
a
like,
nice thing for people.
conscience and guilt.
Yeah, I do it honestly selfishly because I feel guilty if I say things like certain
Oh,
things.
really?
Yeah.
Which is interesting because you said you have trouble like regulating your emotions, so you would think you would do it and then feel guilty after. Because I would do it, but then I'd feel guilty after.
Yeah.
Well,
I
I
like that.
sometimes I'll do it
Yeah.
and I'll cut it, or like I'll,
Yeah.
I have like I'll post a TikTok like really rash, like crazy TikTok, and then I'll delete it immediately.
Wait, really? I've never seen your crazy TikToks. I always think
Oh,
you're just
yeah.
talking about like cute things, like it's never
No, I did like one like really crazy one
about
about my like cheating, lying boyfriend.
of how many years or months.
It was
or-
only a few months, but he was like really out there.
You need to tell Trisha.
I want to know. Do we know him? Have you talked
Trisha.
about him?
We talk about this a lot
we
on the
haven't.
podcast.
Do
This
people
is-
know?
Well, this is a good example. Like I came on the podcast and I like didn't want to say anything about it for so long. 'Cause
Yeah.
I was like, "Ugh, like I love him.
Yeah.
But he like, I was dating this guy. He was going through a lot. Okay, last year he lost his mom, dad, and brother.
Oh, shit,
Okay,
yeah.
in 1 year. So he was going through a lot.
Yeah.
Our whole relationship was about that. Like every time I would do something, it's like you remind me of my mom, and like I can't even talk to her anymore. Every night, it's like I'd be working, and he'd be like, "Get home." I'm like, I'm crying. I'm going through so much, like because my mom died. Yada yada.
That's dark. Yeah.
I find out mom's alive, brother's alive.
Oh, I heard this. This was on the Zach Sang show.
yes.
Oh,
He just
my.
like he literally made it all up. He lied about his age. He lied about where he was from. He's not Australian.
And was a lying cheater on top of that.
And cheated on me like serial cheater.
What? Where is he now? Is he making content? Is he just living his life
He's
online?
a musician. He's performing straight up festivals.
He just
What?
did
It's
Lollapalooza.
awful. It's awful. I have been streaming his new song. To be fair, you played it in the car the other day.
Great artist, honestly.
Well, the great ones usually are like dark like that. That's
Yeah.
but that's what's crazy. That's what's crazy. Like those things that are like that deserves to be like canceled. Like to me, that's like an ultimate cancellation. Like you can't lie about like dead parents.
Well,
like
it's one thing to say it publicly, like whatever, if you need to get ahead, but like using it as such a weapon in a relationship and like making me like it
Almost
was,
believing it as well.
and I
It's,
was
like,
sick
serious.
constantly because I'm like, I hate that he's going through this, and it's
Yeah.
like, no, he's not.
Oh my god, that might be the craziest shit I've ever. I've never been with.
But
a guy
I would
that's
come
like
on
that.
here and I'd be like, but he was such a good boyfriend. Like, no, he wasn't. It was
Yeah.
fucking horrible.
What did you miss? Well, you obviously missed something about him for you to say he was a great boyfriend. Like
No, well, I
Oh.
was deluded, and I was
You're just
like, I was
protecting him.
really out of my mind. I wasn't medicated.
Well, he
I
was
didn't
also
have,
like a serious love bomber. Like even when he was crazier the next day, it'd be like, "Here's a gift. I ordered your favorite food. Let's go here. Let's do this." So, and I think it is really hard to shake that. Like even with
Yeah.
Mod, that's why I like tried it again, and it was like he's love bombing me all over again, and I like fell back into it because if someone's really
Yeah.
fucking good at that, like it's hard.
And I had nothing to
and you
compare
want
it
it,
to, like,
you know,
of
you
course.
want them and you love them, so it's like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I
I
wish
loved
someone
the
loved
attention. I
me.
never had like a serious relationship before that, so I was like, oh my god, like he's so good to me. Like no one's ever done all these things for me, but like
I get that.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
she's alive.
When was this? Was this last year?
This was when the Xanax thing ended up happening. Like,
No.
this
Oh
was
my
last year.
You've had some Harami. You look so sweet, and you're just like, that's
what I
that's the
love.
craziest thing. I've never had a guy do that. I would be like fucked in my head. I'd be so fucked up. I'd probably like.
No,
Yeah,
it
oh
was
my
like
God.
it was dark for a sec.
Why did he do it? Did he tell you why?
No.
You never had some closure. Did he ever talk about it publicly?
No, and he like when it finally came out, kind of that his parents were alive. He was like, "Well, I was talking about my adoptive mother figure, like just there's no
going,
adoptive
just
mother
like
figure."
that.
He said he was like 3 years older than he was. He said just like everything was
Yeah.
a lie. Like he had an Australian accent.
I don't understand. So like he's obviously famous. He had followers. So like he was lying to everybody or just to you
Everyone.
about
Oh,
the accent?
everybody.
Everyone.
And now is he normal?
That's
Like,
why I didn't want to talk about it because I was like, I don't want to ruin his career. But it's like he ruined his career.
When did it come out? Who came out with it? You did?
Did I?
Yeah.
Well, no. Okay, here, to be fair, it was floating the
that.
fuck around Hollywood.
Right.
And I know like a lot of people that know him in the music industry.
Yeah,
and, like,
everyone in the industry knew, but
and it was coming out as is. And also, I am such an angry best friend. Like,
Right.
seeing her, like, you know what I mean? And I know what that's like. I wasn't like angry at her for being like, but he was like, you know,
Yeah.
and like being sad. But like when you see it from such a clear standpoint, I was like, fuck him, you know.
He's gonna get in jail someday. I bet you we'll hear about it.
Have you dabbled with musicians?
Oh, I mean, like again, like D-list. You guys get the like bomb ones. I get people
No,
that
you-
no one's
mine-
ever.
mine
I'm
was
such a
D-list.
D-list musician
No,
lover.
I feel like yours are all like really big and stuff like that.
Trisha.
I
She's
used to love musicians. Yeah, I used to just love anything like famous. I mean, you could be anybody, and I was like, yeah. I had my very first years in Hollywood. I was all about like tattoos and hello, hi, oh my god, hey, parties here. Oh my god, literally, I love
always
it.
a live studio.
do have a
audience.
full
Hey, you look so cute.
Yeah, go over there. Go over there.
This is a vibe. Oh my god, hi.
Lila, you look so good.
This is crazy. Hi, you look so high. You
guys have never met, right?
No way. Look
She
at you.
did. That was like when I first met her. She worked at
Really? And look
McDonald's.
you now. Oh my god, you look so good.
Anniversary, 3 years.
You're what?
It's her
It's her third
pussyversary.
birthday of her vagina.
What? Do you like it?
I love it.
You should come on my podcast. I have so many questions to ask you. I love how open you are about this stuff.
I got to like DIY it myself.
Wait, what do you mean?
Build the cooch is crazy, Lila.
I love it. Oh my god. Do you show it on your OF?
For sure.
Okay, I love it. I'm gonna wow.
She did put a popsicle in her
Wow,
puss.
I'm subscribed.
If I go 7 days,
yeah, I haven't unlocked the messages. I subscribe to YouTube. I'm like, I need to unlock the message. You send out messages constantly. Both of you guys are always sending out messages.
if I
You're supposed to comment in a day.
I know that was I know. That's my thing too. And I was during quarantine and it was when I was making sex tapes. I looked at your stories and she'd be out like the night before. I was like, actually girl, which that was like my dream. You were my dream collab because that is my
you want to pop
Yeah.
in for 5 minutes?
Sure, I would love that.
look how beautiful. Oh my god, I love the long hair. You look
your hair.
great.
Thank you.
Everyone has these Van Cleef bracelets. Is that what they are? Is that what they're called?
Trish, you need a
Is
Van
this the new
Cleef.
Cartier? I don't know. First of all, I don't know where you get them. Like
Van Cleef?
Van Cleef.
Van Cleef
I'll
is like
figure
a
it out.
store.
Yeah, they're owned by Cartier actually, which I just found out.
But they're like
didn't know
crazy. Aren't they like $40,000?
This one was 7,000.
Okay, I could do
Something
a
like
7,000.
that.
All that from your Starbucks job?
She hustles in the back room. She's like, yes, that looks so cute.
know I
love
would.
your outfit. Nugget Queen.
Nugget
Where the fuck
Queen.
did you get that, Trish?
Etsy, yeah. You should be eating McDonald's. Isn't that your thing? You should be postmating it
I
now.
honestly
Third
should
meal.
have kept my costume and done like cosplay, like putting like a nugget in my pussy or something.
Oh my god! How long ago
Would
did you
you
do it?
actually put a
Yeah, but
chicken
3
nugget
years
in your
ago
pussy?
today.
Wow.
Got it chopped off, sliced, diced.
Oh my god! How do you like
and
it?
shredded. I love it. She's fun.
Shredded?
For sure.
Oh my god!
And it's fun because like I've had both experiences.
Right, of
So it's like,
course.
I know what a dick feels like. I know what a pussy feels like.
That
Can
is
I-
so cool.
Isn't it cool? That's my dream. That's my dream. I would. One thing I wanted was
Wait,
a
Trish, what?
penis.
Are you
Yes,
coming out
I
right now?
love it.
If you had a penis, what would the first thing that you would do be?
Oh, have sex with a pussy.
Oh
Or
my
a
god,
butthole
I
or
was just
anything.
saying today that literally I used to put my dick in a Ziploc bag with Vaseline and like put it in between the mattress.
Wow,
And
that's
being
new.
a girl is like, it's so boring.
Yeah.
Like, what are you gonna do? Whack one out?
I know, and that's why it's hard to have like a lesbian relationship. It's just gonna get demonetized. Yeah.
It was never getting monetized.
Okay.
Honestly, it was.
Once this pussy was on screen, it was over.
It was. Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
never
that's
getting
why it's
monetized.
hard to have like a lesbian relationship because I love the penetration. That's why I've loved trans girls because I'm like, you get both. You get the girl experience, but you get the penetration.
I
And
should have
was,
did
like,
it while I
obsessed.
had the chance.
I know. I regret it too. I was
Did
like,
you?
that probably would have been the number one seller too.
I know. We would have made a bag and a half. We would have had Van Cleef.
I know. I would have been
Van
back.
Cleef.
I wanted to honestly, like, if you didn't go out all the time, I would want 100% would have. I was so
And I was at
scared
the
of
fucking
COVID.
hype house. Like, was it worth it?
I know. I thought it. I was like, I'm so sorry. I really wanted to so bad.
I remember you had the Tron Legend nails, the Kylie Jenner infamous nails,
Yes.
and it said OnlyFans.
Yeah,
And I was
oh my
like,
God.
just flopping around with my dick out.
I
And then you were like,
kn-
yeah, it's done.
But now you're
gonna like
killing
kill my
it.
mom. I'm like, okay.
You were
She
so
told me the
cute.
same thing.
Yeah.
How long have y'all known each other?
How long have we
Me
known?
and T met in 2017 when I first visited LA.
Lila stalked me down, and I love to bring it
No
up.
way.
For sure.
Really?
Super fan.
I was in LA for the
I
first time
love
ever.
that.
Her dumb ass posted that she was at a hookah bar, and so I go to Google and I type in hookah bars in Koreatown, and
No
I
way.
Uber pool to the first
Stalked
one,
her.
and she's like
I love
outside, like
it.
jaw shaking, like on Molly.
Oh my God. Everybody watching is just going to like stalk her to be like, I can be her friend next. I can be her bestie.
No, I think
Oh,
you're
yeah.
better now.
Wouldn't recommend.
Now I
Yeah.
don't post where I am, and I have security, and I would never
You do have
befriend a
security.
crazy now. And, like, she really was the
learned her
exception to the
lesson.
rule.
I love you
And-
now though because you'll literally post weeks after you got back from Paris, and you're like, have
Yeah.
the best cafe latte. I'm
Still
like,
posting in
"You're-
Paris."
You just woke up. It's 8 p.m. You're upstairs.
Yeah, absolutely every
But
time.
that's so smart. Like, you really like need to do
I was doing that today, like taking all these photos as like a brunette to like prolong it.
Do
Like,
you love the brunette?
Everyone loves it.
It's
Everyone's
so
It's
obsessed.
not
good.
brunette.
Right,
at
it's
all.
not. It's honey blonde.
I'm
It's
ready
like
to scam you for a butter croissant.
can you talk about your Starbucks scam?
Okay,
I actually
used
don't
to.
know.
Oh my God.
I used to.
A couch
I
of
used to, I
scammers
used to, I
over
used to, I
here.
used to, I
Okay.
used to. Preface, I used to. I make my own
The
money.
way I
put-
know it was last Thursday, but she used to.
What? Bitch, I always reload my Starbucks card. Fuck you. You never Apple Pay me. Anyways,
Tell
when
us.
I used to work at McDonald's the night shift, I used to, go to the grocery store with a duffel bag, stuff it full, get like $300 of groceries and pay like $3. First of all, a bitch had to do what she had to do to survive.
Yeah, it's not a felony if
what's-
it's under $9.50.
Right. Perfect.
We do a smash and grab at Ralph's.
And then I would go next door to Goodwill, stuff it full, take all my Instagram content with my shitty fucking wig.
Okay.
And then I would go to Starbucks and be like, I'm so confused. I think another homeless person took my order again for the
like your
30th day in a
mobile
row.
order.
And they're like, oh my God, like Lila Ryan, like it's a strawberry ice. I'm like, yeah, I love your shoes, Casey.
Oh my gosh. Wait, how do they know your order though?
I was just always like walking around like with my laptop because I would upload all my YouTube at Starbucks because I couldn't afford Wi-Fi.
Oh my God.
But
Maybe
so
they just knew.
So essentially, the scam is saying that you had a mobile order and someone took it.
Yeah, take notes, figure it out. Don't be like.
I bet they knew. I bet they knew.
There's excuses when people are like, I'm so poor. It's like, fix it. Figure it out.
Oh my God.
Okay, thank you, Lila.
Oh, Reddit is gonna have a field day.
Wild.
But I'm not gonna lie, Lila Poppin does give me life. Like that gave me
There's
life.
certain people who just like can't get canceling and say anything in the world. Like there's just certain
Absolutely.
people. It's like we were talking about yesterday, the Theo Vaughn thing. I was just like, I feel like he says the crazy shit. I'm like, how does he not? He can't. I guess he doesn't
He said
care.
the N-word on his own podcast and didn't cut it.
It's crazy. Does not care.
He could have cut it. It was his own podcast.
I know.
Tana on Vine was crazy.
But he's like 43 on like YouTube, and I'm just like, okay, how are you getting away with this? It's crazy.
I feel like
for him.
like comedians get the pass for everything because it's like, oh, they're just.
That's
so
my new
funny.
thing.
I
Like
know.
I'm a comedian. Sorry.
I know we're trying to like rebrand, like trying to say something funny so that we can say.
No, it
whatever
doesn't
we
work
want.
for girls. Like you can't be a comedian. You can't say I was having a joke. It's like no,
Yeah.
you were being serious. But a guy is like I was just joking when they clearly weren't, and then they get away with it. It is
I know.
the misogyny of it all. I hate it. So
I literally
much.
feel like only Chelsea Handler and Whitney Cummings have ever gotten away slightly with that and still gotten so much hate.
Right, that's
And
true.
it's
Who
like,
was it who
you know
got
what
in
I
so
mean?
much trouble? Oh, Kathy Griffin, right? She was the one with the head.
Holding
Oh
Trump's
yeah,
head.
Kathy Griffin's like always like in trouble, but I feel like she doesn't care.
No, and I loved that about her, that when she did get in trouble for holding Trump's head like that, she doubled down. She did a whole fucking world tour about it, made the jokes. She was on the no-fly list. Trump put her on the
And that was real.
no-fly list.
I always wondered, is that publicity or is that real? Like, is it a PR?
I mean, I knew Kathy pretty well, and she would say it off.
You knew Kathy
You and
Griffin pretty
Kathy
well.
are
Shane,
close.
random.
Shane hooked- Shane hooked me and Kathy up. Like Shane knew I loved Kathy Griffin, so he was like,
very random. Shane had the most random people connections ever. Oh, you like Kathy? Like, why was he hanging out with Kathy Griffin? That's so random. Like, I mean, good for him. I like her, but what?
What was the craziest thing you feel like Shane ever did for you?
I mean, I don't like. I guess he did a documentary on me. I was like the first documentary thing, and it like helped me pop off. Yeah, I was like
and you got a good one, right?
Yeah,
like,
it was
just
literally nothing. It was just like, here's my friend Trisha, and I was like, okay.
Yeah, mine was not so good.
No, then he went crazy and did like the Jake Paul, the Tana got like just insane. I was like, oh my god, like it was crazy. But I remember they got like 30 million, 40 million.
I was grateful for the documentary though, because it vindicated me a lot after TanaCon. Like it shone a lot of light on it not being like, I feel like a lot of people thought I was like diabolically planning it by myself, you know, like I want these people sunburned.
No,
and like,
that was,
you know, that's
crazy.
Gonna get clipped, but
no, it was the TanaCon thing's crazy because weren't you like 19 or something too? You were like so young, or 20.
I think I was 19 for sure.
19, which is crazy. And
I mean, don't plan a convention at 19, but no one around me.
Love that you were that ambitious. Like who at 19 was like, I'm gonna compete with Big Con. Like that's fucking nuts.
Yeah,
but I love it.
Failed.
No, but like. Yeah, no, I get it. But I was iconic, but like I guess people got burned and stuff. But it wasn't your fault. It wasn't like, you know, it was like, well, I don't know. But also isn't it a crazy time when like Shane could like literally make anyone look good, like Jake Paul and like you, like I mean,
Jeffrey. Yeah, I mean he did
right.
It's
and then
crazy.
the pendulum swung the other way, and everyone's like, "Fuck you if you've ever made a video with Shane Dawson," and it was like so crazy. And I like rode for him hard even during that.
Are you? You asked me this yesterday.
Yeah.
I went in on this, but are you still friends with him? Do you still talk to him?
I haven't talked to him since like 2021. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Isn't he having a baby?
Yeah.
Popped him right out.
Wait, they're born?
No, they're not born. They're just pregnant right now with them. Yeah.
Was it a falling out or was it a natural?
I think there was just like, you know what, honestly, it's like, so it was sad. Honestly, it's just like, it's sad because I really, really liked Shane the most. Like I really loved him. I really thought he was like the one person who like always had my back. But then after we did have the little falling out, everyone was like, oh, he talked shit about you. He said this. And you know it's real because it's like only stuff you said to Shane. I was like, oh, damn, you know what I mean? So I think all that's like just hurt and it's just sad. And I like, you know, I get it. I'm like not a great friend either, but like, you know, it's just like a whole thing. I definitely wasn't talking shit about him. That's the one person I never talk shit about. Like I love Shane more than anything. Like it actually hurts me so much.
You don't give yourself enough credit for how reformed you are now. You've grown so much as a person. I think that you think you're still that Trish from that era and you're so not.
Thank you. Yeah, it's hard. Like I feel like the internet like doesn't want you to forget anything. So you just feel guilt about everything you've done. And it's
that
hard.
Time of YouTube was weird though. Like everyone that was your bestie and like same, I never said a bad word about Shane, but that it was a gossip era. I'd go over to Jeffrey's house and I'd be like, God, we are best friends forever. But you would soon find out that it was this big toxic gossip train.
Oh yeah, we did talk about that a little bit.
I went in on Colleen yesterday.
Oh my God, no, Tana went off.
I hope you don't cut it. Don't cut it.
Okay, yeah, honestly, we went over 2 hours. I was like, honestly, for that AdSense, let's just do the full 2.5 hours that we did.
I think we don't cut one fucking thing and we give the people what they want.
Yeah, honestly, no, yeah, same. Usually I like to cut like a couple things after an interview. I'll be like, maybe cut that, maybe cut that. Like I'm very that now, but that I'm like,
cut a
no.
damn thing in Tana fashion.
Yeah, but you're also one of those people who can like get away with anything. I really just can't.
I don't think that.
Even if I'm in the right, I can't get away with anything.
She thinks she's like so much more hated than me.
1,000%.
I don't agree with that.
I literally
not that I think you're hated, but I think I don't know anyone who doesn't love you.
Well, I feel like again, it's a pendulum. I think now it's like I don't take it seriously either way. Like now people are liking me, but it's just up and down always.
She tells me that all the time. She's like, you can't place value even in the good opinions because it's like they're gonna switch on you.
Yeah, I don't read like too much of the good comments. Like when I see something good, I'm like, okay, good. But I try not to read it either because then you just think like, oh, this will never end. And it's like you just know.
And it does.
Yeah. Right. It swings, you know, and I think if you're like a truly good person, you can like stick around. I always said it was like Colleen and Joey were great people. That's why they have long careers. And then it's like boom, one went down. So Joey's still standing strong. Hopefully he does not get canceled.
Yeah, I think from what I know thus far, Joey Graceffa is a good person. I think
so too. Honestly, truly, I would have said this about Colleen because I never knew she talked shit about people. I really, truly didn't. I only hung out with her like 3 times before we did the podcast, but I was like, I didn't know. But Joey, I've never heard talk shit either. Like,
when I was on Escape the Night, I'll never forget this. Like Gabby Hanna and honestly, and I've never said this, and Andrea Russett were so like, this was still when I was like my first season, at least I was like very newbie to the game, and I felt like they were OGs in the game, and they very much treated me like that. Like
really,
like treated me like honestly bullying. Like it was bullying vibes on set, and you know me, I'll like try to do it back, but it's at that time it was very much strength in numbers and in numbers, you know, like
How old were you?
18 maybe.
That's so weird. And also, like, who are they? I'm sorry, they're not OGs either. I hate when people do that to like new people. It's like you're also like second generation YouTubers. Like, don't even. You know, I think just I've been around so long, it like pisses me off. I'm like, also you're second generation.
Joey really did have my back though. I remember he took me in a room and was like, listen, like, I'm sorry this is happening. I love you. Like, whatever.
He knew it
That's
was happening?
Yeah, like.
Why didn't you kick him off? Zero tolerance for bullying. I'd be like, hell no, don't do this to an 18-year-old.
Because it wasn't giving like bullying. It was just giving like mean girl,
Like
crack
what?
a joke, whatever. I don't really remember. I really don't remember. Like Gabby was just always like really like we'd butt heads a lot.
Yeah.
But Andrea was just she never liked me.
Really?
She really doesn't like me now. Like,
Is she still making content? I don't even know.
She's actually, she's still making content. She posted some stuff that I've been recently seeing about her sobriety journey, which I do really respect. I think it's really good. At the end of the day, whether we get along or not, it's always awesome to talk about sobriety and health for people.
Yeah, the dark part of influencing are those people who do like get into those kind of states and stuff like that. Like, why do they fall off and the reasons why, and if they get into, because like she's another one who always seemed, I don't know much about her, but I always thought she was kind of like goody, you know. And so when you hear that stuff, you're like, oh my god, you know, it's kind of dark. But
Yeah, it is
my only beef with Joey is he never asked me to be on Escape the Night, and we were like close friends. I was like, okay, literally did like 10 seasons with like random people.
It's funny because I was surprised he even wanted me on, let alone like twice, because I'm so canceled. Like, he should have put you
That's
on.
what I'm saying. I'm like
content.
a different type of cancels where like I told you, like even you're canceled. You guys canceled me off the podcast. Like my episode is the only one that got deleted, and I was like, I am like, wow.
I was telling her that we never did that.
We didn't do that.
It's off.
Yeah.
It was off.
I would never delete an episode of the podcast ever.
YouTube
I like
deleted
money.
it, I thought.
Oh, I
Really? That's so
thought
random.
it something in production happened.
Then that's the ultimate cancellation.
Didn't they like kick you off of YouTube or something? It was like
Me? No.
Yeah. Oh.
I've never been kicked off. Maybe off of your guys' channel.
no.
I mean,
I wanted it out because I wasn't there.
Yeah, right. I honestly don't care, but I always think there was a time when people like really don't want to be social. It's again, it swings. I don't care.
I've
literally
always
never
wanted
care,
to
but-
and always will be associated with you, and I would just never delete anything. Period.
No, I
Yeah,
know
it's
it
wild.
was a YouTube thing. I think it might have gotten sent like in our group chat or something, but it was like an actual like YouTube notification. YouTube deleted it,
Oh my
or if there was
God,
something
damn.
in it, maybe I don't know what the episode
It was. Yeah, I would never delete my most viewed podcast.
It was
episode.
it was the most viewed episode.
Oh my god, random.
Hopefully, this one is just as viewed.
I know. Hopefully it stays up. Honestly, I like don't care either. I mean, I do. I do care. I say I don't care, but I'm like, even Joey not asking me on a. I thought it was a mouse.
Trisha, what do you mean?
Oh my god.
What do you mean you thought that was a mouse?
Holy shit.
That's the biggest mouse I've ever seen.
That's so scary. Your house is
mouse
wild.
problems. We've had mouses in some houses. We had a
had
mouse
mice.
crawled across Hunter's like laying down body in one of our houses.
Mice are
Were you guys in
cute.
the
Rats
hills?
are ugly.
Right, rats are crazy with their long tails. We live in the mountains, so we get mice too. It's like not a big deal.
They freak me the fuck out.
They freak me out.
Yeah.
I fucking. What do you do with them? Do you guys release them or drown them or what do you do?
I don't even want to say what happened last time we had a mouse. It's not. I would get canceled for that.
Oh, right, because you can't be in here. But you kind of have to like get rid of them sometimes. I was like, keep
I
coming
didn't
in.
do it, but
I don't do anything
Rip.
with mice either.
I didn't do it. I didn't know what was happening. It was like someone who was working for me.
Oh, they smash it with like a broom or something. It's so dark what people do. Yeah. Okay, I see a couple nods.
Yeah,
Got it.
That's literally what happened.
Mice. We love
It's
mice.
not funny, dude. Like PETA, I didn't do it. I didn't know what
No,
happened. It was too
but
late. Rest in peace.
There's certain things like you have to because otherwise they come back. It becomes a problem. It gets infested. You get like hurt people. We have like a baby, so we don't like the mice to bite them and stuff like that.
Completely understandable.
Yeah.
We were just on a podcast. I was Plan Brie. We were just on a podcast and they made us play a game.
That was wild, by the way. 2 podcast hosts are wild, but having 2 guests and 2 podcast hosts, like that's wild. Like how do you even talk?
it was
like,
and for some reason we were able to make it happen, and it was like people loved the crossover. Like
of course, they're big podcasts.
Yeah.
It's wild.
I don't know.
Even now, like I'm always like, oh my god, it's like a lot to talk to, like back and
Yeah.
forth, back. And
I
forth.
know that's
love
why
it.
I wasn't on your last episode.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, you should come on mine. I love your TikTok. I follow you on TikTok. I love you.
You don't know. I literally lost my mind when you followed me on TikTok.
Oh my god! Wait, do you ever do
Absolutely.
solo
Biggest
podcasts? You always go together.
We always do together.
But we
oh
do
wait,
some
no.
solos.
I like I go on podcast separately.
You
Yeah.
going on by yourself?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know. I was like, okay, because I always see people on podcasts. You're the ultimate podcast queen. You're everywhere.
sweet.
Like you do so much, which is great.
I have
love
4
it too.
coming out this week. I don't know how, because in my head I'm not, but then
You're
like
on like a press tour.
like always.
You're kind of all over the place. I mean, in a good way. Like you're just everywhere. Everyone's talking about you, which is like the perfect podcast guest to
18
have.
scandals right now. It is
No,
true.
and I love it. It's the time to go do it. I love doing podcasts too. Like I like to be the guest because
Yeah.
it's kind of like you can just chill and not have any pressure.
Talk
and
about
stuff
yourself
like that.
and live and breathe.
Of
and
course,
live.
like I love it. Like I love interviewing people. Like I love to find out about people.
Yeah.
But
Going on a podcast is obviously so much fucking easier than, you know.
yeah, you don't have to prep or plan.
Yeah.
or,
And it's not on you. Like if it's a shit episode, it's like, oh, that sucks for you.
right.
Like,
Totally.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But we played this game on Plan Brie called Canceled or Not.
Okay.
And she would read us names and then we would say if we, like in our mind, like canceled or not. You know, like
Okay.
if I think that, like, you know what I mean? If I think they're canceled or
Okay,
not. Like,
okay.
to me.
You, yeah.
And I would kind of elaborate. And I have a few for you.
Oh my gosh. Okay, I love this game.
Okay. I'll start chill. Jeffree Star, canceled or not?
Not.
Why?
Although he's in Montana.
Yeah.
Canceled.
Why?
I think if you leave California, you're just if you're in Montana, you're canceled.
Wait,
Everyone
I
in
thought-
Montana.
I thought he went
Like-
to Wyoming.
like you, like,
oh, Wyoming canceled.
with his yaks.
Like, I don't think he's canceled. I don't think he's canceled. I think not canceled.
okay, not canceled. Shane
I don't
Dawson.
know. Not canceled. Because I think he's just in his like
Own
also
bubble.
Colorado. Oh, but he's also Colorado. Canceled. I think if you're
So
like
you-
in any of those weird states, you're canceled.
You think when people move away to a weird state, like they're fucking
Yeah, it's
canceled?
almost like you're exiled. So canceled. I'm just kidding. I like it. I respect their like quiet lifestyles. Honestly, it's great.
I
Jeffrey's
know-
been nice to me. Actually,
No, this is so fun, and I would play it in a heartbeat. I can tell
Wait,
you.
What do you guys think?
I mean, to me, neither are canceled. Yeah, because it's like my opinion. Like, you know what I mean? Like Jeffrey's
Yeah.
not canceled to me. Like, I guess it's essentially asking, like, would you hang out with them? Do you like them? You know?
Oh, I thought we were saying like public view.
No,
your
to
view,
you.
like to you.
Okay.
do you want to retract
Wow,
any
damn.
answers? Jeffree Star canceled or
Oh
not?
my gosh. I think I'm just in a different era. I'm gonna just say not canceled. Honestly, seriously, because I hate having beef in general or like looming things over my head. Like I would just say not canceled to be cool with everybody.
So I should just not even ask you about Colleen Ballinger, David Dobrik, or
cancel.
H3.
There are certain people who just deserve. It's not even cancellation. Like, how are you a human and not like in prison, sort of thing? You know what I mean? Like, that's what
Yeah.
I'm like crazy to me.
That's
and in all
fun.
like sincerity, too. Like, I really mean that. Like, it's crazy some of the stuff people get away with.
I agree.
Especially like we talked about with David yesterday. It's just like the whole thing. I'm just like, wow, you actually like caused like life like damaging injuries, and everyone's just like, eh.
Bobby Altoff. I saw a
Oh.
TikTok where you. What's your opinion on
I
Bobby?
think I'm like jealous. I think I'm just jealous that she popped off so much. And I'm just like, I get jealous when people just pop off out of nowhere. And I'm like, Jesus, like, how do you get an interview with Drake? Like, what the fuck? Like, you know? And
I wonder what happened between the two of them.
yeah, did they ever come out with it? Someone said it was a copyright, but I don't think that. Like,
I think it's a PR stunt.
I think so too. They're signed with the same agent. She said she signed that night with his agent. I'm like, no one signs like that night. You have to have like lawyers involved and stuff. Like, you have to have like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you know?
I think deleting it and the unfollowing, in my opinion, just it smells like PR stunt.
Totally. Like, she's
You
gonna
know.
be in his like music video, like Kiki Palmer and Usher's video.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
they deleted the Drake interview and her and Drake unfollowed each other.
Yeah.
But like,
Yeah.
I don't feel like Drake is like petty unfollowing people if it's not like for something.
I could see Drake being petty unfollowing people.
Do you guys know Drake? Have you guys ever been flown out? I feel like everyone's flown out by Drake.
No.
Oh.
No, we're not
no.
tall
No?
enough.
I've like met him and been in the same room, but like he doesn't know me. And like I'm not gonna say.
I have
anything.
Wait,
never
really?
been in the same room as Drake.
Oh, I heard he like flies out every like influencer
Well, like Delilah.
girl.
and
No,
shit.
they have to. He's like a
He really
supermodel
doesn't fly
vibes.
out at. No, yeah, I only know like a couple people who have,
Really?
like,
oh, I don't know. I'm like so not into it. I just
dabbled in
look.
Drake.
Oh,
You know
okay.
what I mean,
Yeah,
I
I'm
would.
not, like-
I'd go, but he doesn't want me.
Right.
Yeah.
You're more like a Tyga girl, right? Is that the one? Tyga's the only one who's ever slid into my DM, so I always like that's why. But I'm like, oh, he likes
What did
everyone's
Tyga
DMs. But I
say
think
to you?
everybody.
What did
I think
Tyga
he was
say
just
to
like
you?
we texted a few times. This was like 2022. This
Tyga
was like
wants us dead.
wait, why?
No, we've got to
okay,
stop
keep it going.
saying "wants dead."
Oh, right.
sorry.
The fucking headlines of we. I just once and for all want to say, whenever we say
Yeah.
that, coming either way, if we say we want them dead, they want us dead, that is an exaggeration and a fucking joke.
And if
that
Theo
our
Vaughn said it, you would let him.
Yeah,
that our fucking friend
Great
group
point.
that our friend group makes. If I see one more fucking article with the words "wants her dead," Fuck.
Damn, that was wild. That
what
really
did you and Tyga say?
snowball. It was like very like basic because I think I might have just started dating Moses, so it was very like I was thinking like, do I do an OnlyFans? I think he started his OnlyFans at the time. It was like 2020, so I think he was just maybe doing a bunch of collabs with people or something like that. And that was kind of when I was getting out of it. So it was just more like, hey, we should hang out, like that kind of thing. And then I was just like kind of dating Moses, so I was just like, well. Yeah. I probably would have, like, had I not been, I was just like really on the outside. Like literally the week before we officially started dating, I literally did like 10 sex tapes to get it all out, and then I was like, okay, I'm done now. And then I'll just sell these. I still sell them.
Such a beautiful story.
That's so sweet to me. That's so get it all out of your system.
Get it out of my system.
That's real love.
He was totally fine, like being my friend and doing OnlyFans. He's like, if you want to just do that, do that. But then I was like, oh no, I really like him, so you know, that was that.
Oh wait, that's actually
he
really
saved me
cute.
from so many like overdoses. Like I did OnlyFans collabs with people, and we did like GHB. I was like in a K-hole, and he literally came and picked me up at like the W Hotel when we were just like friends, and was like so sweet. Didn't have sex with me, just like laid in bed next to me, and I was like, I want to have sex. Like, oh no, like just stay over there. After I just was like,
so
dude,
sweet.
Yeah.
why is that? I'm like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like, because when I'm drunk, I'm just like, I'm such a like little
You
horny.
text?
I'm a horny drunk,
Me
whatever.
too.
And the other night, I had a friend come over.
a friend.
Why are you here?
The friend is the friend here.
He's friends with the friend. He's friends with the person.
Is
I'm
it a
talking about.
celebrity?
No.
I love celebrity. Okay, I'm sorry. I just feel like it's a thing.
But I'm sober right now, and the person was like just super fucked up, not trying to hook up with me at all, just super fucked up. And I've been around this person super fucked up, being like flirty and like whatever.
Yeah.
And in my head, I like left my own body, and I was like, God, is this what I'm like when I'm so fucked up and someone else is sober, and I think it's fine?
You're
and it's
seeing
not,
it from the outside, yeah.
Like, oh, I just like left my own body. Like,
How did you feel about it? Like, you guys didn't do anything? Were you like,
No, we're just friends. It just like I don't know.
So why did he come over? Are you just to hang out?
Yeah,
That always like shocks me. If it's like, what time was it?
like midnight.
Oh, they literally come out to hang out at midnight?
I don't know
No.
about they. Just this is a specific situation. I
Oh, is he a podcaster?
Amari.
guess. Sometimes.
Yeah, like so visible. It's
Amari.
crazy.
Sorry.
No, you're totally fine. You're naming your next child Elvis, girl or boy.
Elvis.
Oh,
Girl or boy,
what if someone
yeah.
steals it from you?
It's gonna happen. Courtney and Travis, I think, are gonna do it. That's why I've been putting it out. But I've been putting it out since I was
that's
like
good, 'cause
24.
Then people can't accuse you of
Yeah,
copying them.
I'm 100% doing it, boy or girl. But I've been saying it for my whole life, so I'm just putting it out there.
Do you
I
have
was
any
like,
other, like, what was Malibu almost named?
It was always gonna be Malibu Barbie. I think if we had another girl, it would have been hard because I thought, oh well, Elvis is a boy name, but now I'm like, no, it's gonna be Elvis no matter what. But we thought of like Renesmee from Twilight.
I love Renesmee.
Sugar Cookie, I love that so much. I think it's so cute.
Do you have any more? I need more. This is so good. Do you have any more?
I have like a whole list of names.
Can you tell me more?
I mean, probably on my phone I have this. Do you remember the other girl names we had?
I would love to take a pause
We
and
had
find
Paper
find
Mate.
it.
Yeah, I mean, if you have my phone over
You
there,
had what
I can
was
do
it? What were you
Paper
just-
Mate?
Paper Mate.
I love it. I'll do a whole off list.
Paper Mate
Paper
is
Mate, like the
crazy. Paper
Yes.
Mate. Paper
I love that
Mate's like
name.
KitchenAid.
You know why I
like
love-
getting weird.
I love Paper Mate because I really got obsessed with you. So I like Penn Badgley. So his name's Penn, like Penn. And I'm like, oh, Penn and Paper Mate would be such a cute couple, you know? I love it.
Trish, what about matzo ball?
Oh, that's cute. We call her our little matzo ball. Actually, during Passover, we call her that Malibu. She had a shirt that said little matzo ball on it, but
Stop.
you guys should get Penn Badgley on the back. He's like my dream guest, but I don't think he goes on
I want to
anyone's.
fuck the shit out of Penn
my
Badgley.
God.
So badly.
I'm just saying, dude.
I mean,
and
yeah.
it's something about that character he played as well. Like, he was
That's
cute
what
in
it is.
Gossip Girl, but it never did it for me. And then I was like, oh, you're a murderer.
Same.
Oh my God.
No, but I love. Okay, here's the thing. Like, maybe because I would have psychopathic tendencies, but I wish a guy would like
Trish.
follow me and like want to kill for me. Like, that's iconic. Like,
Yeah,
I love
but-
that.
Yeah,
I'm like,
like
you
they're
think
never
so
just
until
it's
they
always
kill
the
their
guys that
family.
want to
Until
do
it happens,
that.
yeah.
The guys
It
that
never
want to
happened to
do
me.
that are never hot. Like you is
Yeah.
such a fantasy, you know?
Right.
Like, yeah.
That's why season 4 there was no sex. I'm like, I can't watch this. He's not having sex with anybody. And I'm
I was
this is
like,
so awful.
he put that in. It's like because he had a wife or something, and he was like, I don't want to have any sex scenes.
But he had a wife since the beginning. I researched this. He had a wife since season 1. So I'm like, why did you flip it all of a
So
sudden? Season
now
4?
all of a sudden-
maybe
She
she
probably
was.
got mad.
I would too. I
I
talked
would.
about this. I was like, if it was Moses like acting, I would not want him to have like sex on screen with anyone because you have chemistry. You're feeling
Absolutely.
something.
yeah,
You
that's
would-
how Brangelina happened.
always anyone. They all seem to like leave for those romances. So I was just like, okay, I don't know.
I mean, I on the flip side of the coin, like I really like if I was shooting a movie with someone and we were pretending to be in love, like my little brain can't handle that.
Yeah.
Like I'm falling in love.
Yeah,
for sure.
same.
Yeah.
Oh, same. Yeah, I don't know if I would trust myself to be an actress either. I'd probably be like I just have such a good husband that I couldn't leave him because he's like just the most amazing person. But I am someone who's just like so into celebrity, and I'm so like have no self control. You know what I mean? Moses knows. Like, he's like so, like I honestly could
She
never.
was telling
fuck
me
this
yesterday
up.
that if she ever met Adam Sandler, like she's throwing the baby.
Yeah.
Not she didn't say throwing, passing the baby to Moses and going full blown
I
single.
would give him a pass too, but he has no pass for anyone. Like, you can have sex with like like Ariana Grande. I'm like, you probably would want to have sex. He's like, no. I'm like, but if she offered, I could see why people are tempted by it. Aria wanted to have sex with you. I was like, yeah, I guess. Like, why would you say? It's like a Jason Momoa or something. It's like whatever.
Yeah.
I had Cleopatra. Houdini.
Houdini's good.
It's a good name, right? Let's see. We had more baby names. Hold on, let me see. I have one more
Barbie.
list.
I'm stealing one of these though. I just said the other day, like I'm definitely naming my kid some fucking off the wall shit.
Yeah. What would you have? What would yours be?
I just met this isn't even that off the wall, but I just met a girl on tour, like a fan. Her name was Starlet, and I love that name.
Starlet's nice.
Starlet's good, but everyone was like, "You're not naming your kid that. That's a hooker name."
Oh, yeah.
I
I don't
wanted to
know.
change my name to Bambi because
But-
my mom is Fawn, and I was like, please. And she's
Oh.
like, that's a hooker name.
Oh, Bambi is kind of hooker. I love hooker names. I love Cherry.
I.
I love Candy.
So
I
do
love
I.
all those. I think those are really, really hot. My stripper name was 10, Ten, and I love it.
Was 10?
Yeah, there was a pretty girl named 10 at my summer camp, and I wanted to name my baby 10, but that was my stripper name. So I'm like, I can't name my baby 10.
My sister made her stripper name my name.
No way. That's cute. Brooke is Brooke is like a slutty
But
girl
like,
name.
that's so funny. You're saying that's cute. I'm like that. That's insane.
Well,
Why?
She
That's
didn't.
cute.
It's not like she did it and then told me she did it, and it was a secret. And I found out from her friend like 5 years later.
Oh my
And
god.
she had been using it for all 5 years.
Does she look like you?
No.
Okay, that's good. Because then they might see you and be like, Brooke, and you're like, yeah.
Well, no, she got in an accident and went to the hospital, and the only person who could identify her was like, oh yeah, that's Brooke. So they called my dad, and they were like, Brooke has been in an accident.
Oh my, your life is wild.
I didn't know that
my
story.
God.
It's way more like detailed than that, but literally they were like, she's been in a terrible accident. A social worker came to like talk him into like seeing her, and he got in there and he's like, that's not even Brooke.
Oh my god, how crazy!
Is that how you found out?
Oh yeah, he called
Oh
me.
my god!
Yeah, the morning of my
That's-
prom, and he's like, you're never gonna
The
believe
Oh
morning
my
of your-
God.
like that. Like you just breadcrumbed 6 levels higher.
Yeah, you were like a minor, and she's
I've
using your
told
name.
that story, I think, on this pod.
You said the Brooke part, but the prom and the identification of the accident,
it was
those
crazy.
were left out.
Oh my god!
They all knew.
Do you
Yeah.
talk to her?
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys are fine. You guys are cool or whatever.
Yeah, she lost all her teeth in the accident.
Oh my god, your
No
life story
teeth
is
was
nuts.
crazy. No teeth off camera. It was
just
like a
brought Lila
Migos
to
album.
meet her.
You were like, no
Oh.
teeth.
Like they couldn't see you here.
Well, they couldn't.
How you're missing.
Right.
No, because they
thought
shattered
she
the
knows
whole
I'm missing
bottom
2
of
teeth.
half of her face, so she doesn't have anything to like attach teeth
God.
to.
Still? Jesus, oh my god.
Yeah, she's fine though. She's chilling.
How much
Whoa.
money did you make from doing the NPC TikTok live trend?
I didn't make as much as you. I saw you made like something crazy. I literally just made like maybe 1,000. I'm like, I don't know if that's worth like an hour of my time, but I don't know. Maybe it is worth it. I don't know.
You're
It was
so
a
good at
lot.
like committing to it too. Like you really did it.
I went for like 2 hours and I think I made like 1,000. I'm like, okay, well, I mean, it's good, but I mean, I wasn't making like 50,000.
But you also made a lot of press for it. All these TikTok like drama pages and just press in general were picking up that you did it, and I was so mad because I was like, I want the press for it.
I think you did it
too.
before me. I think you just did a TikTok for like 2 minutes or something.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, I'll just commit and do the full thing because I'm pretty sure I saw you do it. I know Moses told me early about NPC and then I saw you do it. I was like, oh, that's so smart. So
Yeah.
I think if you just did it really long and was like crazy. But I was doing it for a minute because I just thought it was like fun and funny. But then everyone is like, which I don't care if people, they're like, oh my gosh, she's just going broke. She's getting tips. I was like, oh my God, I'm doing it for fun. But like, maybe I shouldn't do this because people are like spending their money. And I was like, oh, I kind of feel bad about it. But
Yeah, no.
I like don't want to take like some like kids like dollar, you know?
No.
Lila's like, take it.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's a very virtual strip club thing, which is like, I love, like, the part of me will always be like a stripper inside, you know? I'm always just like, I love a tip. I do cameos, and I'm like not ashamed about it. Usually people are like, wow, that's so desperate. But I'm like, I kind of live for a cameo
love
moment.
the cameo era. We used to do the funniest shit, Trevi, where we would want to go on a trip. Like we'd all be
Yeah.
like, we want to go to Hawaii next month, and the trip would be like $8,000, and then me, Natalie, and Trevi, everyone would be around. It'd be just me and Trevi making cameos, and we put a tally mark mark on the board every time we got closer to the $8,000, and then we'd go on the trip and we'd be like, thanks, Cameo.
No, I do that when I want to buy like luxury things. Now that I'm like, you know, in a family and like have to, you know, like be smart with my money. I'm like, okay, whatever I make on Cameo, I can just like spend on like
And I
things.
like doing Cameo weirdly. It's fun as fuck. You're making me want to get back on it. It's so fun.
Yeah, you just gotta up it. I saw Matt Rife was doing 600. I'm like, I'm doing 600 too, and so like that's
Yeah.
what I do now. And it's like, but people pay because you know, it's also just like I give them my all. I'll do like a custom song for you. I'll fucking like dance, like whatever
I
you
want
want.
one.
Buying one now.
I'm buying one right.
I'd
fucking
love to do that. I do love
Crazy
to do
people
them.
are on Cameo. Lindsay Lohan was on Cameo. I
How
think.
much is hers? Some
It
people
was
are like
thousands. Yeah, and I almost bought one, and I don't know why I didn't.
I
should've.
live for that. Yeah, I think Lucas Crookshank bought one for me for one of his videos, and I was like, I don't know, that's fine. Okay. And then people were like, oh my god, I can't believe she's doing this, but I'll hustle for anything. Like I'm really
So,
not above any dollar.
I agree 100%. I'm the
Yeah.
same way. Like my managers are always like, yeah, you're not doing that. I'm like, why not?
Yeah, like, I don't wanna pass up money.
I have such a fucking. It's just I feel like when you come from that hustle
Yeah.
mindset, you know what I mean?
No, for sure.
You can't like shake that. I don't know.
Yeah, I was talking to Dr. Drew about it. I was like, I feel like I shouldn't be doing OnlyFans because I'm a mom, but it's like that money. And he's like, do you need it? I'm like, oh, it's like a big part of my income, and I don't want to like lose it because it's like easy money, and I already did all this shit. I might as well make money off of it. But then I'm like, oh, but I have like a daughter. It's like very like confusing. But
When you started YouTube, were you starting it for the money or for fun?
oh, for the fun, like I don't think anyone made money for the first few years.
Yeah.
Like I started in 2007, and I don't think anyone started making money.
Oh, there
until
was no
2008.
monetization program
Yeah, or
then.
2009. I didn't
Damn,
monetize
that's
until 2011,
OG.
and then you had to have a certain amount of subscribers. I think it was like crazy at the time. Like it was really hard to get into the program. And it's when I met Shane when I was 20. He hired me to be a stripper in his music video off LA Casting. And I saw his big ass house when he was like 20. And he's like, yeah, I made all this from YouTube. And I was like, I've been doing YouTube. Like, what the fuck? How do you make money? And he was like the first person who like showed me.
Oh
how to make
wow,
money.
I just got chills for some reason.
I owe
Shane.
Shane like everything too because like obviously he helped me in like so many ways. Like,
I feel
with
the same way. I owe him so much.
You know what
forever.
I mean? Yeah.
Yeah, he was
it's like yeah. So and to me, he's not like a shit person. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like we had our falling out or whatever, but you know, it's not like David who's like a shit person.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yeah.
I want to be in a music
Speaking of being
video.
casted in music videos,
Oh.
yesterday for a second we were talking about David. You made a joke about like how he just had the All American Rejects at his birthday party performing.
Yes.
which was God. I wanted to go in there with like
I'm
a
sorry,
wig and a Jeff Wittick shirt.
No, it was so lame.
I
was like,
love the All
get the
American
weekend if you're that rich. How about that? You know, then I'll be impressed. Not fucking.
You in the weekend, it's killing me.
I'm on a weekend kick. I want to have him on my podcast so bad. I only know his show, The Idol. I don't know his music, but I love him.
I always have sex to the weekend music. You guys should do it
I
tonight.
just with the weekend. I was like,
that's her track.
No, I
Wait,
always
which
have sex to
one?
the weekend. Imagine. No,
would
no.
you have sex with the weekend?
Fuck yes, I would.
Yeah, he's kind of
Are
has
you
a
kidding me?
swag to
Especially if
him.
I'm always fucking to his music. I could just get the real thing, cut the Spotify playlist.
Yeah,
That
but
was
you
my
would have to
singing,
turn
bitch.
off the yeah.
My pussy's like clenching when we talk about him. It's like weird. I don't know why. He's like not my type. But I watched the show The Idol and I'm just like, ooh, he knows. Yes. I did an ASMR hairbrush and dressed as Hedros. I'm like,
I
love
really,
him.
really, truly hope one day I can find my Moses. This man is looking at her with the most love and adoration in her eyes, in his eyes, like smiling, looking at her. I swear to God, like they're walking down the fucking aisle right now. And she's like, my pussy's clenching when I talk about the weekend. Like, that is my dream.
Because he knows I'm like hooked on him. He like treats me like a fucking queen. There's no way I'd ever do anything. But he lets me have like my moments with it because he knows I'm like celebrity obsessed and I just like, I would never do it.
I
See, never.
That makes me
myself
so.
right now.
We shouldn't be with guys who won't accept us for who we are.
That's
so real.
true. Yeah, it's actually like hard to find, but oh my God, he really does accept me for everything. You'll find someone. But I mean, I think it's just like the people you're finding, you know, like the Mod Sons and the I don't know if that's your guy,
That's
but
not my guy.
I don't know why I'm putting you in that type, but I think, but honestly, you should. He had a baby with a playmate, so I think
Did
he
he?
gets the chicks. Yeah, he only used to only date Playboys. Yeah, 100%. I know this for a fact because I used to go to the Playboy Mansion hoping to meet. See, you are living my dream. Please keep all of that in.
He's gonna murder
Right?
me.
Tell me what being at the
Yeah,
Playboy Mansion.
see?
I've been deep diving. You just had Holly Madison on your podcast, which is amazing. You beat me to the
Yes.
punch. I want to have her on so bad.
Have her on. She's so good.
But I've been deep diving her podcast about what it was really like at the Playboy Mansion because I've always been obsessed. I read her book when it came out. I've watched every
had your
documentary.
song.
Like
You literally have a song
Hefner.
called
I've
Hefner,
I've always just been Playboy obsessed.
Yeah.
And now after so much that's come out, not so much Hef obsessed.
Yeah,
but,
no.
What was your experiences at the Playboy Mansion like?
Yeah, you're probably too young to go, right? It was
Yeah,
closed
so like
before you guys.
remodeled, like or
I
they've been
swear
like
to God.
redoing it. They don't have the party.
It's
Yeah.
the only thing. Well, Hostess owns it now. The Twinkie people owns the
slay.
mansion.
Oh,
I know
what?
way
I'm
too
like,
much about it. That's the only thing that I have FOMO really of
Missing
being
out.
of being too young. And like Rainbow Room, I would have loved to do like Cocaine with Jim Morrison at like Rainbow Room.
Yeah,
like the
Rainbow
rock
Room
era.
was a vibe.
But
It was a vibe even like 2006.
Oh, did
I
you
would
go
be
to
with-
Rainbow Room during that fucking era?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is like at the beginning of this year, like my type when I was 18, I'd always go with like these 80s washed up rock stars, like the singer from like Faster Pussycat, and stuff, which actually he's very sweet. That guy, I hope he's doing well because he's actually sweet. But he used to look like
I still go to Rainbow Room looking for men
So is
like
it still
that.
out there? Is it still?
Yes.
Oh, it's still in full. Okay, yeah.
It's not in full effect though. It's just I feel like an iconic place, and now it's like the punk scene is kind of taking it over.
Okay.
Like you're gonna see like a Machine Gun Kelly
Okay.
affiliate there. You're gonna see like a but. What was it like back in the day? That like rock stars?
I
and-
definitely was on MySpace looking for like every rock star. There was a website called like the Sludge Room or something, and it would have every rock star's penis size, how good they were in bed, and so it would have all these like
Bring it
80s
back.
rock stars. Yeah, from like Skid Row, like bands like they were too old for me even. So like you guys were like probably never heard of them, but they're like these random ass bands, and so yeah, I would go on there and then go on MySpace and like find all of them when I was like 18 and just like try to have like sex with all of them because I wanted to be Pamela Anderson so bad. So I was just like,
I still do.
You know,
I always want to be Pamela.
God,
you have a lot of Pamela stuff around your house, and like so do I. I love her so much. Have you ever met her?
No, I haven't met her. I don't think she would like love me because she's very
would.
sweet and like
I met
animals.
her.
You have?
Yeah, I met her, and she would love you.
Oh, yes,
she was
saw.
a vibe and a half. I was like,
Really?
because I get scared. I'm very much like, don't meet your heroes, you know?
Yes.
Like because when they ruin that like vibe, it's the worst fucking feeling in the world. And she was like everything and more, like dancing, drinking, so fun.
Wow.
Her sons are like super great, and they like go out in Hollywood a lot.
Her
now,
sons are
and, like,
so cute, so
yeah.
good looking. Yeah. Oh my
They
god.
are. They would never want me. They know better.
How old are they? Are you guys the same age?
They're our age, yeah.
So speaking of Pamela, back to Playboy.
Oh, Playboy. Yeah, Playboy was a vibe.
Did you ever do drugs in the Playboy Mansion?
No, okay, so I told Holly this story. I got invited to Playboy Mansion twice. The second time was when I met Hugh Hefner, and he like felt my body, and he was just like, "Oh, like," and I was like 140 pounds, but like he's like, "Oh, you have like a lot of like fat or something like that." It was like mortifying, and they took my Polaroid, and they I was like on a list of like never invite back, so like I never got invited back.
So I saw that in something like, or I don't know if
That's
it's a
what they-
documentary or something, but they take the
They take the
pictures and they
Polaroids.
vote on like who can come back or who's on like the priority list.
It's crazy
yeah.
because people talk about that like it is like an antiquated thing, but that essentially still happens. It's not a Polaroid, but you know what I mean?
It's like a
that
sorority.
shit still happens in Hollywood.
Yeah,
There's
it
so
was
many things.
It was like I just wrote to the Playboy Mansion when I was 18. I just literally wrote a letter, and they like I put a little Polaroid in there, and they called me to come up to Fun in the Sun. And so I went the first time, didn't get to meet Hefner. I got called back again. This was like in the transition. It wasn't Holly, it wasn't Crystal. So it was just like this weird transition time, and I was like trying to be like a girlfriend.
So
but I
Holly
was,
had
like-
left.
Holly had left. Yeah, she was
Yeah.
gone. So which is like sad because I wanted to meet her. I,
And
like, missed her.
Crystal walked away at the altar.
I don't think at the altar. I think she like called off the wedding, and then they did get married because she was on my first podcast, Trisha Paytas. Now she's on
Was
her-
she?
Yeah, she's
Calling off a wedding
What?
and then having someone still marry you is crazy.
It's crazy,
Well,
right?
I think Hef knew he was kind of
on his last leg.
Yeah.
Yeah.
About a
Yeah.
croak, so he just kind of did it. You know, I don't think he wanted to do it all again. It was
Yeah.
crazy that right before her, because she was one of 3 girlfriends. He was dating Crystal and the 2 twins.
The 2 twins,
And
which
they
is-
would do some crazy shit.
Yeah, like the stuff they talk about, which I like believe them, but like so crazy. Like I mean, like the one
Yeah.
got like he'd had sex with both of them, and he got one pregnant or something. I was like, what the fuck? Like that's so
The fact that he
crazy.
could still get people pregnant is crazy.
Well,
too.
just the Holly
I
stories.
feel like guys
too.
can get girls pregnant up until they're like 80. Like who?
They do. Robert De Niro and
yeah.
Al Pacino. Al Pacino got like this 26-year-old girl pregnant allegedly. I think.
Wait,
I think it's, like,
is it Robert De Niro or did I?
yeah,
just
Robert
mix
De Niro
them
just had a
up?
baby,
Oh, okay.
and Al Pacino just got another girl pregnant. So it's both of them. They're both like 80.
It's kind of lit.
No, it isn't.
It's
Get
not
knocked out by an old loaded guy, get put in the will, he dies, you marry someone young and sexy and you raise the baby. Sorry.
Yeah.
That's
My bad.
I get
very
what you're
Anna Nicole.
saying.
That was just my stream of consciousness, and I'm realizing as it came out that but you know there was some truth there.
No, of course.
Whatever.
That is like some people's like dream.
What was
right?
Crystal like?
She was really sweet. Like I literally I met her twice. It was right before the pandemic, and she was like very sweet. I think I might have just sent her a DM and stuff like that. I was just so obsessed with Playboy, so I don't know her like personally at all like that, but she was like really sweet, really
Yeah.
quiet. I think she's just like off the grid, whatever. And so
What's
I
your
don't know.
worst celebrity encounter?
or
Or just one that comes to mind. Whenever people ask me that, I can't define a worst, but
yeah, like a worst. I mean, I've had a lot. I've had and it's not like bad. It's more like I thought they would be like my best friend or something, and it like wasn't. What you get like celebrities are probably meet so
Yeah.
many fans, so I never try to hold it against them. I'm trying to think like a bad.
like a celebrity that was just rude as fuck to you.
Yeah, I don't have I don't feel like I have one really. Like I mean, there's some that I don't know. Do you have one? Do you guys have one?
I don't know.
I
think
always
it's
say
Sparklet.
Tyra Banks, but I'm lying.
Tyra. I say Tyra.
Wait, do you?
Yeah, Tyra.
Wait,
yeah.
what's your experience?
Yeah, I was on the Tyra show.
Oh my
Yeah.
god, I forgot. God, this
Season
this
5.
podcast is gonna be so long.
Season 5, episode 1.
So what did you? Wait, I'm trying to remember. I could definitely remember. I've seen it. What did you do on the Tyra show?
Yeah, they were like, it was crazy because they were looking to pay people like $500 to be on the show, and they were looking for people to like take out their natural hair. It was like natural hair day or something. I don't know. So I took out my extensions. That was it. There, I was like, oh, here's me without extensions. And honestly, like again, I don't want to say like she was like so rude. Ellen too, I guess, kind of. You're just like not allowed to like look at them, talk to them, like don't ask them questions. Like, and she said something like, I had a daughter on the show. She was referring to my sister, which wasn't my daughter, it was my mom's daughter. That's what she was trying. Anyways, and I tried to correct her, and oh my god, I got like yanked off that stage. Or like, don't correct Tyra. I'm like, I don't want the world to think I'm like 20 years old with a baby. Like, I don't know why she said I had a daughter.
Yeah,
so it was because my mom's in the audience and she was supposed to ask her like, your daughter, but then she asked me about, she's like, your daughter, and it's like, oh, it's not my daughter. And then all hell was like frozen over. It was crazy. So like, honestly, it was just like, don't talk to her, don't say this stuff to her, whatever. They also like canceled our flights on the way home from the Tyra show, so maybe it was more her producers. They just like stranded us, and I had $0 at the time. Like, how do I get home?
Oh my god, that's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
Yeah, I
you
went
could
to
sue
like
for
a
that.
beauty con, and they like set up for me to meet her, and you could just. But here's the thing: conventions like that are so draining. And this, I probably had like 200K subscribers. That I was providing no value to her. I think that bitch wanted out of the convention and like just didn't. And like for a while, like at the time, I think I didn't know enough about Hollywood to know like. Listen, like they set up for you guys to like meet and shit. But like, what do you think she was gonna cast you for America's Next Top Model, Tana?
Right.
Like,
But
fucking
that's
fix
what
your
you think.
teeth.
Yeah.
Like,
No.
yeah, like it was just, yeah.
But I think it is one of those things too, and like influencers. And when you're young, you just think like, you know, you have a following, and I don't know, you just think a different way. I always thought that too. When I met Britney Spears, like at a meet and greet, I really wanted to be her best friend, and she wasn't rude, you know, just kept to herself. Obviously, at the time, that was during her conservatorship. All the stuff that's come out now, you're like, oh, that makes sense. And I never held it against her. I was like, Britney Spears could spit in my face. I'm like, I love you. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so
still.
I went with Gigi. So it was just like through the line really quick and stuff like that. But of course, I mean, you're Britney Spears.
Oh, I
you're
remember
like-
that in Vegas.
Yeah, I loved it. We were little prom dresses. I love Britney.
Are you still friends with Gigi?
Love Gigi. She's like a genuine one. Like she texts me all the time. Like I really love her. She came to our wedding. Like it's funny because when I had the wedding, everyone's like, "Wow, none of her influencer friends show up." And I'm like, "There you go." You know what I mean? My tour in 2019, like none of my friends, like my best friends, showed up and stuff like that. So I was like, "Oh, this is kind of like
That shit like that makes me so sad. I would have showed up and showed out. You invited me to the wedding, I think, and I had something.
Oh, yeah.
I remember. And then I remember
I probably
missed
invited
it.
so many people, but
Skipped the wedding.
I had like something work crazy, but I remember Paige like would not forgive me.
Oh my
like
gosh,
Paige
I
was
don't
like,
forgive you.
"How fucking
You guys-
dare you?" Like we could have gone to Trisha's
guys
wedding,
should've come,
and I was like,
yeah.
I wanted to go so bad. Like I had something I couldn't miss. I don't remember what it was, but at the same time, like miss it.
I know I missed your wedding too.
should've.
I remember when you and Jake invited me.
That's not the
didn't
same
even get
thing.
invited.
That is
Wait,
not the
what?
same
Why?
thing.
We weren't that close at the time, but
Yeah, I
Well,
don't-
we
we
weren't
weren't.
either. I was shocked when you guys came to I think I was at the recording studio. Like, we're gonna drop on invitation. I was like not close to either of them, but I was
Yeah,
so
well,
happy.
we
We
were-
you guys were like blowing up. I was like, yes.
That was a clout thing, so we were inviting everyone with clout.
I mean, the
you know
fact
what
that I was
mean?
involved in this clout wedding, I'm like, I don't know how. I should have gone, honestly, but I
wish
just
you
get,
were. You'd
I get
probably-
anxiety.
You would have had so much anxiety. It was
Yeah,
a
the fact that
clusterfuck
everyone
mess.
was going, I was just like, oh, I'm scared. Because Michaela, the TikToker, invited me to her wedding, and I thought it was the same thing where all these influencers are going, and I was like, such a small group. I'm like, I should have fucking went because I love Michaela too.
Damn, she
me
invited
too.
you. I don't think she likes
Like,
me very
Kim
much.
Kardashian.
I just,
Yeah.
I love her content. I've been watching her
Yeah.
forever. So many of her TikToks have literally like made me cry. I think she like, I love her whole story, her whole thing. She's so talented, but same thing with the Colleen ukulele. I was talking about this yesterday. If something's funny, I'm gonna make a damn joke, and
Right.
then people will either love that I'm making the joke and we become friends and whatever, and then other people I think maybe are just like,
I think she
and
probably
stay
would have
away.
appreciated it because she kind of made jokes about it, right? Because
Yeah.
I think she
I
thought
don't
it
know.
was funny.
But I think I drove it
well,
home. The mascara
What'd you-
gate.
what'd you do? What'd you
I made
say?
so many jokes about the mascara thing and so many jokes about the Kim Kardashian thing. And
Oh,
so
but I
many-
think I don't know her. Maybe she's a good sport. Maybe she's not.
Yeah, I'm going to the Streamies on Sunday and she's going, so maybe I'll go say hey and see what the gig and the gag is.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Isn't it crazy? The streamies are still a thing. Like
I
who
know.
goes to these? I mean, I know you go, but who else? Like it's crazy.
I feel like honestly, Trisha, again, you say you have and you say so much. You have garnered almost an entire new generation of fans through TikTok and people who don't. I was telling her this yesterday that one thing that I do if I'm talking to a guy and I'm serious about him, I'm serious. If I'm serious about someone, I will sit them down for like an hour and a half and educate them on you, everything about you. Like the guy has to know because I love you so much, and it's just like this whole thing.
You do that to
And
every guy?
Not every guy, but just like.
Does
once
Chris
I kick-
Miles know about me?
Chris Miles knows all
I
about
love
you.
it.
Chris Miles knows all about you and
I'm a Chris
loves
Miles.
you.
Okay,
like
love.
sincerely,
We love him.
It's incredible. You would like him.
Okay.
he's
fun.
he's so funny.
Yeah.
So I educate them on your past, your present, and your future.
Oh my God.
And I feel like a lot of your even like TikTok followers might not know your past in being on every single television show, absolutely ever.
I like the one where you read fast.
Oh yeah, that was that. That's my
How
fave.
did that begin? What was the first television show you ever went on?
Oh God. I mean, I was like the very first that probably no one's ever heard of. I was literally like 18, like 2 weeks graduated from high school. Called The Greg Barron Show. It was like on syndication. It was like a Wendy. Well, it was like a talk show.
What was the first one that was big, or you were like, whoa, or is like notable?
Probably America's Got Talent. They found me off YouTube. Like I didn't have to audition. They literally just like called me off YouTube. It was like a fast talking. The fast talking one got me on everything, which is like so weird. I really don't even think I was a talent. And I was like, I can't. I know people always ask me, and I'm always like, I'm not that good at like fast talking like on the spot. But
You were telling a story a few minutes ago, and it was just like
it feeds my ADHD.
But
though.
you're such a fast talker too. Like I feel like there's like certain people who like talk so much faster than me.
I have a hard time with people who can't talk fast.
Right,
Like
can't keep up.
Kourtney Kardashian, she has never, ever, ever spoken like she's always talking like this.
That's
I'm like,
a good impression.
I have the attention span for it, so I like die for that.
Just like keep going in, and that's like what's hard for podcasting, especially hosting a podcast. Is like not cutting someone off. Like I feel like I'm always cutting people off because I just
I
want
know,
to like
but
jump
you
in.
lose the thought if you don't.
That's-
People get so
yes.
mad at me, and I'm like, I'm sorry.
I know.
That's how our podcast is. So I
Just
love
like
and
keep
love
cutting off. I love it.
It's true you went on America's Got Talent solely because you wanted to fuck Howard Stern, who was hosting it at the time.
I don't know
right?
about, well, maybe I don't know.
I get that. Howard Stern is like,
I loved Howard Stern. Like that's why I like at the beginning was like such a troll and like so outlandish. I like loved Howard Stern. And, like watching back his stuff now is like, oh my god, like you're so cringy. Like Howard Stern's actually so cringy in like the 90s and the early 2000s.
I didn't
would
because
say
I agree.
the
I
worst
loved
things to people.
So
I would
awful.
love Howard Stern, and then like you're right. In the past like 4 years, I've seen stuff resurface. I'm like, why? Oh my god!
Ugh.
Like that Anna Nicole Smith interview. Where
That's why
he's
I
talking-
can't. If Howard Stern asked me to join this radio show tomorrow, I would say
He was
hell no.
being like step on the fucking scale right now,
like
and she
you're
was
a
like,
cow.
no.
You had to gain so much weight. Like all
Yeah.
this stuff. I was like, oh, I like hate him actually.
How did
but,
she allegedly die?
I think it was drugs. Overdose? I don't know. Well, that's what's crazy is like everyone thinks she might have been killed, like because her son died and then she died. I don't know. It's so dark.
It is so dark.
I love Anna Nicole Smith.
So do I. I dressed up as her for Halloween.
You're
It
so.
was,
Oh
like,
yeah,
the
Tana
best.
Nicole Smith's so good.
It was. I love.
That's
Halloween.
why I love all your cosplays. Cause I'm like, oh man, that's so smart. And I never even did the wedding one. I always like to do the cosplays and be like original. And then when I see you do it, I'm like, oh damn, she did so good.
No, you're so sweet. You do
do
it year
good.
round though. That's the difference, and I love that for you. And
Yeah.
I wish I could because October's my favorite month.
Yeah,
I get to,
you go full out with
How
it.
funny if you just randomly started doing it all the time.
You should.
I really should take a page from Trisha's book and just start doing it more.
I love
this
it.
year I want to go weird with it. One thing I love about you is I always try to do something kind of slutty,
Right.
like, and make it like hot, but a cosplay. And I will never forget when you did Troy from High School Musical.
I love
And
that
it is my favorite. It's my favorite video
Oh,
to
it's
ever.
so
And
good.
did you go to the actual place?
Yes, we went to actual place, and that's when I hurt my knee and I couldn't run. So like at the end of the thing, I'm like on a golf cart. Like I was so my knee was fucked. It was so fucked. I was like, but I spent so much money on that music video. I spent like probably like $60,000 bringing everyone up to Utah. Like it was
Trisha.
crazy.
$1,000 just to cosplay as Troy from High School
know,
Musical. And
one
you're going to tell
outfit.
me you are not an icon living.
Oh my
How
God.
much money do you think in your life you've spent on videos?
I know I spent over 10 million. I know it. I've done 60
I like the
music
one where
videos.
you're in the army.
That was my most expensive. That was the 250,000
That
one.
one's so good.
That was like blowing up beaches. Trust me, I should have saved that money because taxes come around. You're like, oh fuck, I should have had that money. So I'm
no,
getting
they're
better.
gonna arrest me pretty
Yeah,
soon.
yeah,
I
yeah.
love that video of you just screaming in that cosplay. It was worth all 250
It was worth
grand
it.
for
No,
me.
I actually don't regret my music videos. I love them. I wouldn't do them now because I have like a daughter and stuff like that. I need to like have. But there was a time I never thought I'd have kids, so I'm like, I'm just gonna blow all my money. Who fucking cares? You know what I mean?
How
But-
much was I Love You Jesus?
I'm in that phase right now.
Yeah, I Love You Jesus was free. That was my dad's church. Like he like donates to. They just like let me do it for free.
Okay, back to
And
my
I wrote it myself, so I got all.
back to my OG question. My first question I asked you today was that a bit? Was I Love You Jesus a bit, or did you feel biblical as hell?
No, biblical as hell. I really thought there was like a Christian girl era happening. I really did. And because I really took my music seriously. Like, I don't know about you, but I remember like I really thought like I could be a pop star.
No,
you
I did
know?
never.
You were
not ever.
You
You
never
were
thought
a
you never
pop
took it seriously.
star.
Yeah,
No. But last
Pictured
night I
myself.
weirdly was like, I saw those people at that country concert and I saw all that money I could be making. And if I'm a country star next week, and I'm not even actually kidding, I might try to make a country song.
Yeah, I love country
And
too.
I've done every genre for the most part. Like country might be the next.
Do you know country? Like, can you sing a little country now?
No.
Why?
Well,
That'd be so-
then I'm like,
I've been saved by the grace of Southern charm.
That's our favorite song.
That's so good.
I love that.
I don't know that song, but that's
Got a
good.
mouth like a sailor and yours like a Hallmark card. That was my favorite song ever.
That's actually so good. You actually sing really good.
I'm gonna be a country girl.
Oh my
Thanks,
God.
Trish. Feeding my delusions.
I love it. And you can have the album be like country. You know?
No one fucking steal it. No, someone steal it, bitch. I'm gonna do it
I
better.
think it's a trend on
channel.
TikTok now where they're like, I'm a country music fan. Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna be a country star next week. I'm
I
so
actually
dead on.
love that word.
I love
Me
the word.
too.
so much.
So
People
Chris,
take it so like, yeah.
We're
I
not
like
allowed
it.
to say it in the first minute of the podcast because it'll immediately demonetize. They'll bleep it if I do, but I
Just
had
bleep it if you
yeah,
want,
but
yeah.
then minute 2, I'm clear. And I'm like, this. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cute sometimes too. It's like a term of endearment sometimes.
Well, I love that
I
it
always
got
say like,
flipped.
God, she's so about
Yeah.
like yeah.
Oh my God. And when that first started happening, because I feel like because I have so many friends in the LGBTQ community, I'm very quick to learn the new slang. So I was saying like, that's so before people like really understood that.
Right,
And, like,
yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. The house down boots, Houston, I'm deceased.
House down boots. I like that one. I'm not like all my gays are like 50, you know, so I don't have the hot young gays to tell me the new slang. They're still using like.
I'm grateful for the hot young gays.
What's the new gay slang?
What's the new gay slang? Ari pointing to Amari. Sickening.
I
is
feel like
sickening.
I knew that one.
Yeah.
Sickening.
The dictionary's like, it's stable.
I have to get back to the money thing for a second because that
Yes.
was just so interesting to me. What's the most expensive thing you've ever bought?
Besides my house,
Yeah.
my car was like, it was like 500,000.
The pink Rolls Royce.
Yeah, that was like 525. That was like a little too much.
Oh, you're talking about a different $500,000 car?
No, that's the pink Rolls Royce.
okay.
Yeah, that was the most.
What
Especially
about-
cars like lose their value. Well, that one actually, I've been offered like $650 for that one. Actually, those like go up in value. It's very crazy.
Wow.
That was actually so cheap. That was like literally 40,000 because it was like 2013. It had no Bluetooth. Like it was actually pretty. Even my Lamborghini, it was like 2007, and it was like literally $100,000. But I thought it was so cool. I was like, oh my god, look at my Lamborghini. It's so cool. It broke down a lot.
And then what about like material? What about material items?
Birkins. I'm
Yeah,
trying
your
to sell a
custom
Birkin now.
is so
I'm trying to sell that freaking Birkin to save it. And the Rolexes too, because the Rolexes and Birkins, if you do aftermarket to them, like if you put the like diamonds on after, they like lose their value.
Oh,
yeah.
So I bought
He
from
tells us
Icebox.
that all the time.
Yeah, don't do that. It's so bad. I have 3 Icebox Rolexes that I can't get rid of. I literally did a video today because I'm trying to sell this like rainbow Birkin bag because I want to get these like boots that are like so expensive. Anyways, it's the whole thing. But I was like trying to sell this Birkin and no one wants to buy it. And I've had it for like 2 years. I've been trying to sell it. And it's cute. It's a little rainbow Birkin, but it is aftermarket. I get it. So I've been trying to, I bought it for 50,000. I'm like, I'll sell it for like 35,000. You know what I mean? But
By the Birkin. Ari's my consultant. He won't let me.
I feel
my
like it
God.
has more value because it was Trisha Paytas'
I don't think so.
Dude, that's how I feel about the Adam Sandler purse she gave me yesterday. Like I'm taking it everywhere just so when someone compliments it, I can say Trisha Paytas gave this to me. I'm so excited about that. I'm
Yeah,
so
it
excited.
needs. It's gonna end up being like a super fan of you who buys it.
Yeah, and that's why I put it out on my video tomorrow. I was like, you guys want to buy this Birkin? Like, just email me directly. But then you get those scammers. I sell my clothes on Posh. I do well.
It's like Jake's house.
What?
What?
Oh, didn't someone buy
Oh,
it?
Jake-
When
Bam.
Jake Paul sold his house,
The Team 10 one?
like these kids in Dubai were Jake Paul fans. So their parents bought the house for like way fucking more than it was worth for because it was like a museum to them.
Wow.
Which is fucking insane.
That's where it's
I was
at.
trying to buy that house for a second.
How much
I'm so
was it?
glad I
How much did
didn't.
you sell it for?
He sold to them for what? Like $10 million? 12 million.
My family was wondering if sell something for like $6 million or like
Wow.
Yeah.
Because by the end of that, the house looked torn up. Like I went
Oh, it
towards
was.
the end and I was like, oh my
They
God,
had
that
to,
pool.
and then the family ended up like gutting and renovating it. And I saw photos of what it looks like now, and it looks beautiful.
amazing.
Yeah, it looks amazing now.
I have
but
one video with Jake Paul and I don't remember filming it. It's like on my channel. I literally Googled
Like
our
a
names
YouTube
together.
video?
Yeah, like we're going through his fridge and he's like, here, the chef make you dinner. I don't know who's filming. I don't know why I'm there. No one's with me. Like Dave's not with me. I'm like, what the fuck was I doing there? I'm in like a cat suit and I can't recall it at all. I have no idea. I just saw it with Moses the other day. I don't know why it came up. Someone like tweeted it to me. I was like, what the fuck is this?
it's weird because I always like when at the time filming, I was like, oh my God, this is the most insane video I'm doing. And now I'm like, I collab with this person. I did this. Like,
I'm not like a fan either way of the Pauls. I don't like hate them. I don't like them. But it's like amazing how like mainstream mega they are. Like, do you ever look at that and be like, oh my God, like that's crazy? Because you were so close. Were you guys actually dating? I don't even know the whole thing. The whole team.
who really knows, honestly? What
But you had, like,
happened during
feelings?
that
You were, like,
era.
into
I really
it?
cared about him, yeah.
But you don't think he was that way with you?
I don't know.
I thought you guys were like in love for real.
I think he definitely was like a really good friend to me, at least to say, you know?
Yeah.
Like at the bare minimum.
But do you think it was just like a mutual, like you're helping each other?
Yeah, but I think that taught me a lot about, at least I'm not the type of person who can go that deep into some shit for clout because I will care. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Do you look at him now and you're like, do you like have any feelings either way towards him? Like, oh, I miss him, or like,
It's crazy how much people support, like when he's fighting, everyone's there, and like how loaded he is. It is mind blowing to me. It does blow my mind. I have nothing but love for him.
It's amazing, those two, because I just always thought they were like, especially like Logan, like they were like such a maybe not a joke, but kind of a joke. Like everyone kind of came down on them, and then now he's like
influencers
private
as well,
chains.
and even just in the influencer community, they were very like polarizing, hated, whatever, and they just flipped it on its head.
Yeah, they're so smart. I wish I could do that. I can't parlay into like wrestling or boxing or anything.
I was just saying, like, imagine if I just started doing like Ronda Rousey style. Like,
I would do anything.
That'd be everything. Would you ever do it?
I feel like maybe.
I would do anything in the world. I would fund it. I would support it. I would find you the best
I want to
people.
have like something that I do. Like I want to have like, a talent.
What do you mean? This is what you do. You guys
I
are
know,
so
but like
crushing it.
Like that's like, kind of what like no one respected Jake and Logan until they had like something that they did.
Yeah, I know. I'm waiting for my pop off moment too. I'm like,
I'm too
what
far
is
gone.
it? I need something. I don't know what it would be either. I'm like,
we should come up with a fucked up scandal to have you and me together.
no, we need something good, not a scandal. We need to be like, I don't know what would be the pop off.
Maybe I'll become a country music star.
That would be crazy. Do you know Jelly Roll, like Jelly Roll and Bunny?
I
Love
love them
too.
I love Jelly Roll's music. First of all, he performed at the venue. We just did a show out in New Haven right before us, like the day before us, and I was like sniffing the fucking stage. Like that was weird.
I'm doing
I wasn't
Bunny's
sniffing
podcast
the
next
stage.
week. I'm going to Vegas to do hers. I love Bunny.
But Bunny, I know she's so sick, and them as a couple, it's like.
And their story's great.
Yeah, their story.
But I also think, like, back to the country thing, like how massive he got, like seemingly overnight, but not, because he's rapped, right? He was like a rapper first or something.
I think so.
And now he's like so huge with country and like all. Like, it's like amazing to see.
Country is an wave right now, and I feel like there's not a girl singing country and singing about like shit like Saweetie would like rap about. You know, like I kind of
there is definitely a gap in that market.
Oh my god!
I think that I'm gonna try.
Could you
I'm
imagine
actually
you're
not
selling
kidding.
out Sophie 7 nights in a row like Taylor Swift? Like everyone just there to see Tana. Like
That's what I mean. Like no one's like.
But people would rally behind you. You are like the Taylor
Like-
Swift. Yeah, let's hear. I want to hear your song. Sorry, I need to hear this.
No, I don't have
I
one.
Suck a
I'm
Dick,
just saying
Country
like,
by Tana.
But that's what I'm saying. Like imagine like country, but it's like country. I'm
Yes.
serious. I might have to.
I feel like people would rally behind you.
I'm gonna do it. I need to find a country music producer.
They find a good one, and it'll have like Addison's producer, whoever she has. I'm like fucking sick. Like I wish I had
Yeah,
that.
they're
pop
not gonna work
producer.
with me. They're
Who is it?
busy.
Do you know? I love
I don't know,
Addison.
but you know, she's just got a label funding her. A team
for
funding
sure.
her.
She got like a Lady Gaga song. I'm like, okay, girl, work.
Yeah, she's such
I
a
know
fucking
she did.
slay.
Did you know that
What?
one of her songs on her thing was literally a Lady Gaga
Like
song?
for Lady Gaga, it was a demo.
Yeah,
Like
she
Lady Gaga
recorded
sang
it.
it.
She recorded
Like Gaga
it.
recorded it. And
yeah,
then
first, and it
Addison
leaked.
That makes me so fucking happy for Addison Rae.
Me too.
I honestly think she's amazing.
I think
Yeah.
she's really gonna have her like pop Britney moment.
I said that. I called it. I was like, she is definitely like the next Britney Spears, hands down. Like I actually
People
like,
get
live
so
for her.
mad when people say that though, but it's like
Well, I think
social
that
media
people-
wasn't really even a thing.
People
when
get
Britney,
mad because
Yeah.
of the connection they have to Britney, and obviously Britney is an icon in every retrospect. But I think that when people are saying the next Britney, that people need to take into account that we mean like societally the next. There's never going to be another Britney, but I'm
Of course
saying,
not.
you know, like with today's TikTok generation, that Addison could give that. Like,
She
totally
has
could.
that energy.
Like-
She's just like
Yeah.
she's cunt.
Yeah, she's cunt. And
She
Britney
is
was
so
like the new
cunt.
Madonna. You know, people always said that about Madonna as Britney.
who's your favorite TikToker? Like, what's on your For You page?
Oh
what
my
do you get?
God.
Stay up watching.
I have a lot. I have a crazy For You page. I'm trying to
Oh
think.
my god, I would love to see
I know.
Trisha's
We
For
scroll.
You
We're
page.
scrollers.
I'm doing
We
it at
scroll
dinner
through
tonight.
Yeah.
I just need to see
scroll
like
through the
6
For You
videos. I need
page.
to know like.
I'm
what.
actually like trying to figure out who pops up. I could just like let me.
Did you
do
ever
a
watch like
quick
Teffy?
gander.
Like Hello Teffy?
No.
I
Oh,
can see
you would
she, all
love
she does
her.
is like pop
She
culture
just
celebrity
does, like,
shit. You would like it.
She's great, and she does like full rundowns, like 10-part series on like celebrity situations.
Those I can't watch when they do like 20 parts. I'm like, oh my
Oh,
god,
I
this is a lot.
can.
I can't like commit.
Yeah.
I like short term. I like yours. Yours are very quick to the point.
thank
You
you.
know, you do really pop up a lot, which is crazy. Like you always pop up, and I like how like
Brooke is
simple
great at
you do it.
TikTok.
It's very I always feel like I need to do the most. I don't do anything on my TikTok, but I feel like I need to do the most. I like to post a lot.
Well, you're extra. That's how you are
I
as a
love
person,
TikTok.
which I
It's
love.
the only place I'm like relevant. I have like 8 million followers. Oh my god, this is so cool. You know what I mean? Like
Damn.
I've never had that anywhere. Like I think YouTube, I've been at 5 million for the past like 10 years.
Me
You
too.
know? Yeah. So
We're the same person, and she won't just
it's
accept it.
no, you are like pop, and you've always have been.
Trisha, you are
Always.
popping,
No,
and
never,
you always have
never,
been.
never. I've never popped.
It's like it's so delusional. It's my.
Yeah, you don't
and it's
understand.
not
All of
even
us were
just
so
you
scared for you
raised
to
us. I
come.
can
We
tell
were
so
like,
many people
really?
that have fallen off that they raised me. Like you are you are on Malibu Barbie is the most famous baby on the internet, and that's it's because it's
Nepo baby.
Dude, yesterday, when I was saying this to Mari, I'm like, I'm so scared for when Malibu can say like, oh, I want this, mom, buy it,
Right.
because it's like the amount of shit, the amount of shit Malibu has right now. Is
oh my god, her
crazy.
little car
know.
that she got for Christmas.
Yes.
Oh my, Yes, Sweet 16. It's not even like I'll buy you a card. It's like, you want mommy's pink Rolls Royce? You want a blue one so we can whip together.
I know.
fuck,
I know.
it's so
I
good.
don't want to spoil her, but I know I'm going to. It's like, ugh, whatever.
You're definitely
like,
going to.
Yeah.
But I think that
the
you'll
best thing in
still
the world to be able to
instill.
spoil your
Yeah.
I think you'll still really instill great values. I don't worry about your kid being a brat because you're so down to earth.
So yeah,
I can't wait until Paper Mate is born.
Paper Mate.
So I know, I literally can't believe Papermate. Papermate's crazy. You got Papermate and Paperweight too. You
Yeah,
got two.
but then I wasn't thinking it through. Like, Paper Mate, he or she won't be able to marry Penn Badgley because he's already married. So it doesn't work because Penn and Paper Mate were supposed to marry. Oh. But he already is married with a
like
baby.
planning that your unborn child is going to marry
I
Penn
know.
Badgley is the most Trisha Paytas thing. Absolutely fucking
But I
ever.
know he would
love
hate
you.
me. He seems very like I listen to their podcast, Pod Crush, and I'm like, oh, I just
He has
know
a
he-
podcast.
Oh my god, it's huge.
Oh, maybe this is how I.
But he has two he has like three. There's three hosts total, and I'm like, that to me when they have guests on is like they have guests. That's their thing. It's about middle school crushes and stuff like that. But it's so many people talking, and it's like I love him, so I like listen to it. But yeah, he talks about you and stuff on there all the time. But yeah,
I thought
Gossip
you
Girl
meant
can-
me.
So did I at first. I was like,
so excited.
Oh my god, what was that accent? Like Australian?
I can't stop doing it.
I hate that though when you know a celebrity, like that you admire a celebrity and you know they wouldn't like you.
Yeah.
Happens
Like
to
I
me
feel that way
every
about
day.
Kris Jenner. Like I know she wouldn't like me, but I
No,
love
why?
her.
I feel
don't
like Kris
know.
would like you. No, Kris seems very like hip and likes
Oh my
the
god!
hip influencers.
Can we tell her the story from we heard about her the other day?
Kris Jenner?
Yeah.
Yes, we
I
can. We
live
had a
for
friend who he works very much in like big business. Like he kills it. And he went to Kris Jenner's house for a meeting and he brought her flowers and whatever. And he was saying how they met and like hugged whatever, and that her lipstick got on his shirt. And what did she say? She said,
goes,
"Honey, that's a collectible now."
Yeah.
Oh my
Like she's
god.
so iconic.
Instead of being
Kinda
like, "Oh, I'm
facts.
sorry," she goes, "That's a collectible."
Oh, was she saying
how
cute?
How like how iconic
I
is
love that. What did he do with
I'm
it?
gonna start. I don't know what
You
he
better
did
have
with
framed it.
Oh
Yeah,
my god,
I
I would live for that stuff. Like
She's
that's
such
everything.
an icon.
Kris is cool. Like she seems cool. When I went to Meghan Trainor's house, she literally sent. I don't know if I can say this. She sent her a
I'm-
piano, and I was like, oh my god, it's everything.
Obsessed with Meghan Trainor.
I love
She's
Meghan
like my
Trainor.
favorite celebrity.
I
right
love
now.
that, like sending pianos, like the Kardashians'
Yeah.
level of dispensable money is so cool to me.
It's crazy. Yeah, like for I think for like her baby. I think it was a piano. I'm trying to think. Yeah, it was a piano. And she's like, oh, she sent it over for her baby.
In the finale of the new season of the Kardashians, she got everyone Dolly Parton's like old doll houses.
Oh, I
and they
love
were like
that.
millions.
Betty White.
Betty
Dolly Parton
White.
is still alive.
Wait, I don't
Just
understand. Betty
stop.
White had a bunch of dollhouses.
She had
bought
no,
them?
so she got them all customized doll houses, and then she bid it on her old dollhouse furniture, and she incorporated it into the dollhouse.
Oh my god!
No, it's
Dolly
Dolly
Parton
Parton
is
bid it on
alive,
the
and if
dollhouses
she dies,
and
I
doll-
die.
Oh, if Dolly Parton dies, that's it. That's
Have you been to
everyone's
Dollywood?
over. I have not. I want to
wanna
go.
go
Have
so
you
bad.
been?
No, I
oh
wanna
my
go so
god!
bad.
It's like in the middle of literally nowhere. I love Tennessee, but I think it's like in the middle of nowhere. You have to like go so far into like the Appalachians.
I would love a Tennessee trip and a Dollywood trip.
That'd be so cute.
I would do
Oh
Trish,
my
I have so
gosh.
many plans for us. It's actually fucked up. Like it's getting fucked up.
I mean,
The amount
I'm
of
trying to
things-
get pregnant, so I might not be able to go, but you never know. Once I get pregnant, I just stay home. I'm like so paranoid.
Elvis
I'm like,
will love Dollywood.
who? Oh yeah, Elvis, baby Elvis. Okay,
When
we'll
you're
bring baby
trying-
Elvis when they come.
When you're trying for a kid, is there anything other than obviously just fucking a lot?
That's it. It's
that's
so
it?
much sex, and then like I got burned out honestly because it's like we've been trying for like a year, and it's just like honestly, it's like disappointing. It's like you have so much sex, and you're just like, what the fuck? Like it's so weird.
They
And
say
then,
when
yeah.
you stop trying is when you get pregnant.
Oh, I know, but like that's so hard when you're like just want
Yeah,
it so
when you
bad.
want
You know
it
what I
so
mean?
bad.
So it's really hard. You think like as you're younger, you try so hard not to get pregnant, but then when you're trying, it's like, oh fuck, it's actually so hard to get pregnant.
I know, that's
Yeah.
what I always think. Like, I have so many friends who've gotten pregnant like 100 times.
Right.
And I'm like, how?
No, they're
Yeah.
like, that's amazing. That's
Yeah, I've
like
got to be infertile.
you
hope
think
not.
you wow. You think why?
I don't know. Just the amount of Plan B.
You never been pregnant. Never got
no.
pregnant.
She takes a lot of Plan B.
I don't know.
You're not supposed to take it more
I
than
don't
like once
know.
a year.
But yeah, you're not supposed to take it more than once a year. I've probably taken it like twice this year. Like I'm a lot
track.
better than I
I just
used
know
to be.
like the days that you can get pregnant.
Yeah, but
Right.
you will let someone.
Okay.
What? You let someone come inside you?
No, well,
Me too.
But,
all
like,
day long.
just
well, I
like-
know you know the days you can get pregnant and the days you can't.
That's why I knew I was infertile. I let everybody come inside me, and I was like, God, I can't get pregnant with anything. Just random people. I was
need
like
me and
everything.
Moses because he is right there and doesn't give a shit. Fuck.
He's the most secure. I'm telling you, most secure. Like literally.
It's so iconic. It's
yeah,
everything.
because like I'm not even joking. I was just like trying to get pregnant by the most random people.
I would do that, and I honestly don't think it's like the most horrible thing to just raise a kid by yourself. Like I would
I
love
don't
to
think
just
so.
be a
Whitney
mom. 'cause
is
I want to be a
inspiring me.
mom.
Yeah.
I know.
Whitney
yeah,
talks
Whitney's
about
like,
her
whatever.
baby daddy like they are like just like
acquaintances.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh, she says who it is. I didn't know. I don't.
I don't. It's. I think
not
he was a
public.
fan.
No, well, he
love
was. He
that.
started
Yeah.
as a fan, and they did start dating and stuff. But she was also dating someone else when she got pregnant.
Oh, so
Yeah.
what happened with that relationship?
She broke up.
She
with,
had to be like, I'm pregnant.
Oh, he wasn't
Yeah.
cool with it. He's like, no.
It was a girl.
It was a girl. She was
Yeah.
she was dating a girl.
Oh, and she wasn't okay. I thought maybe she'd be like, oh, that's kind of cute or something. You raise it.
I
as
feel
a
like
family.
I would have been like, okay, slay.
Right, because
There's
that
now
can
a
have
baby.
happen.
Yeah.
So you don't think she'd be okay with it?
I don't know. I think that now she's exclusively with him, right? Her baby
I don't
daddy?
think so.
Oh, I don't know.
I mean,
love her.
seriously, yesterday I was like, oh, where is he? She's like, oh, North Carolina, like just doing some shit. I don't fucking know. Like it was just very much like.
God, she's my
And like
idol.
she was
Yeah.
talking about him too, and she was just like, "Yeah, this dude." Like she just talks about him like she's not pregnant with his child. It's so funny.
There's something cool about
It's
that. There's very
iconic.
feminist about that too. It's just to like have a baby. Because that's how I always thought. I'm like, why do I have to have
She's
a man
just a
to have
boss.
a baby?
She's just such a boss. Yeah, it really is that. Like she just said, she's chilling.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's definitely like a timing
It's
thing. I think when
inspiring.
it's meant to happen, it's gonna happen. And like I'm glad. Obviously, I'm glad. And the one person who got me pregnant got me pregnant. You know what I mean? Because it's like the perfect
Yeah.
thing. Because honestly, raising a baby is actually so tough. It's
That's what
so
I was gonna
hard.
say.
Yeah.
Is I'm down for like the not give a fuck of it all, but
Yeah.
when it comes down to like I need someone to do 60% of the work.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, Moses. I mean, I say this and people will cancel me, but like literally, like I probably 80% of the work. You know what I mean? Because it's like the first year is so hard. It's like insane. Because I always wanted to be a mom, and I always thought I'd be really good. And like, it's just difficult. It's just so much harder than you think. I wasn't just natural like I thought I was gonna be. Every woman's like, naturally I did it and stuff like that. And it wasn't natural to me at first. It was like really hard. But he's like super sweet, especially the sleeping. He like lets me sleep through the night. And I think anybody who gets up with their baby, which is a bonding experience. I get why people want to do it and stuff like that. But to sleep through the night, I'm like sane. I'm like a better mom for it and stuff like that. But
Yeah.
Like you got like a cousin.
it's crazy. And people like shame me for that. Like, oh my God, Moses
No,
does all the
that's-
work.
Girl, I'm the opposite of that.
It's
Fucking
probably
hats off.
so common, but people are ashamed to admit it and like or talk about it. It's like a
Yeah.
hard conversation.
I feel very lucky because I do get to do like she's such a cute age and stuff like that. So it's like having the fun stuff and stuff like that. Because I'll say like changing a diaper is fucking hard. It's not fun. And when I say that, people are like, oh my God, you can't even change your baby's diaper. It's like it's just
no
hard.
one wants to change a diaper.
Yeah, I'll change a diaper. I mean, obviously, of course, but it's just like that's like not the fun part. And that's
Yeah.
like it is hard to me. It's like a little
I think
hard.
it's almost important that you're like real about it.
Yeah,
like,
I
it's,
think
you know what I mean.
people don't like say it enough, like how like hard it is. I feel that.
Yeah,
first
no,
year.
I think that's like I respect that way more. I think
And people who do it, like single moms and stuff like that, I see on TikTok all the time. Like, damn, that's like so impressive to me because I have someone that does like 80% and it's still fucking hard. It's so hard.
Yeah.
I would have had such a hard time. I have a hard time with a cat.
Regardless, though, I mean, I'm just so proud of you.
Cats are hard.
Cats are hard. Everything's hard. You've come so fucking far.
Thank you.
And you're just an icon living. And
you.
literally, if you would have told me like 10 years ago that I would have a podcast and you would come on it and I would like get to have dinner with you after, I would literally have a seizure.
If
So,
you told
feel
me
like we
6
never hung
months
out.
ago, I would have probably thrown up.
yeah.
I'm so happy. Yeah, I'm so happy you got to be here this time because the first time I thought I was gonna meet you and then you weren't there and I was just like, what the heck?
I wish people really knew like,
I like feminine
how much of an
energy.
anomaly you are in the regard that how kind you are, like bringing us the outfits, giving me a house tour yesterday, coming here, like just being so chill, like so you gas me up on like anyone else. I want you like just there 24/7.
You're my favorite person, a favorite influencer, the one, and truly like one person who's like, you don't like, to me, you're just so sweet. I feel like you're so cool with everybody. Like you just, I even people have been so awful to you, all these men, all this stuff like that. You're like, you write it off. You're very casual, very cool. I just think you're really great.
You have no idea how much. I literally just almoed teared up. You have no idea how much it means to me.
I love you.
To
I'm
have
glad we
you.
like got in the vibe. If that was like weird at the beginning, I had to go to the bathroom so bad at the beginning, but I suppressed it and now I don't have to go to the bathroom anymore. I had a big coffee and I can't go to the bathroom like that in anyone's house. So I was like holding it so back. So I was like,
Girl.
but it stopped like about a half hour in. So I think I got like way more comfortable now.
You can tell us.
At the beginning, I'm like, oh my God, I'm
Trisha,
gonna have to go.
you could
so sorry if it was
literally-
awkward at the beginning. I'm
you
like,
were
oh
not
my God.
awkward?
I was like sweating and stuff. Like,
I love you. I was just fucking
You could
terrified.
literally piss on my floor. You could do whatever you want, and I love you more than life itself. Just having you sit here, and all of us, just the vibe, everything is more than anything I could ask for. Thank you for coming.
Oh my God, thank
Uncanceled.
you for having me.
Everyone, go listen to Just Trish if you're not already. It's the best, and I'm excited to be a guest on it.
Yay.